PWP Nation,
where wrestling discussion lives.
Well, hello there. Dukes, Keith, and Griff here from the Anything But Credible podcast, a.k.a. the ABC Pod. Fellas?
Holla.
Oh, hello. We're here to let you know that you could be possibly missing out on the best podcast ever created, aside from the Offended podcast, of course, and you don't want to be missing that. Now, what makes us the best? Griff? Yeah, great. Keith? Exactly. Look, I'll keep it really simple for you. Crazy people, crazy news, crazy theories, crazy uncredible. That's right. We made that word up. Griff, Keith, say something crazy for me.
Russia wants you to believe in Finland. Real.
Nice. Look, you can find us just about anywhere that you get your podcasts, especially Apple Podcasts. Also, don't forget to hit us up on Facebook at ABC Pod. That's ABC POD. Twitter at _ABC Pod. And Instagram at ABC Podcast. Check in with us for a new episode every Monday and join the conspiracy to commit stupid. We will see you then, and shout out to the Offended Podcast.
Adios. Later, guys. Like you more than a friend.
What's up, everybody? Kyle Fauché here to tell you about my brand new podcast, the Going Off Topic podcast, brought to you by the Anything But Credible Network. On Going Off Topic, I look at all forms of media from different real and theoretical angles that you don't usually hear about. From movies, to TV, to music, to sports, to gaming, to anything really. You never know what the topic will be, but you're guaranteed a new angle and a different conversation about it, that's for sure. You can find Going Off Topic anywhere and everywhere that you get your podcasts. Check out our social media feeds on Facebook, Going Off Topic with Kyle Fauché, on Twitter, going_off_topic, and don't forget about anythingbutcredible.com, where you can find everything for the pod, including the written blog post. That's right, we're carrying over the Going Off Topic blog to anythingbutcredible.com too. So check it all out there, and I'll catch you on the next topic.
and welcome to Offended, presented by PWP Nation. It's your boys, Tricky, alongside Cor Cor Corey.
What up, what up, what up?
No Yim Pout this week.
Yet again.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I thought you'd be proud. Texted Jim the other day. I was like, okay, Yim. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm hanging out with Corey too much.
With the Yim Pout? Hell yeah. Dude, it's just too catchy.
It is.
You can't fight it, man.
It just flows.
Yeah, you can't fight it.
I was like, okay, yeah. And he's like, oh, I was like, oh, fuck. He's like, yeah,
we'll
Jesus,
see.
Corey.
And especially if you start throwing in the Yim Pout, because that's the whole genesis of it for me, is because he would always be fucking pouty Jim, so we hit him with the old Yim Pout.
Yep.
And I'm sure, yeah, speaking of, he's probably poutier than ever.
Mm-hmm.
We thought we might get him today.
No. But we have a wrestling elimination preview show. Should be out, I guess, tomorrow as well. Is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right?
Today's Wednesday.
Holy shit, my days are off.
But whoever's listening this, it's Friday, right?
Yeah, I might switch it.
You know, you can put it up tomorrow?
I might put it up tomorrow. It might be Thursday. And then that way do the wrestling pay-per-view on Friday.
I got a whole new Insta, bro. You gotta let me know.
Oh, you got a new Insta?
Sharing that shit. Yeah, the tees, man. I had to make a little own personal business Insta for the T-shirt co. NFG Tees. Nice. Little pluggy plug.
Nice little plug there. I have to give you the login for the Offended Instagram, too.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we got to be careful there, though.
I
haven't drunk social media in quite some time, but if I had something with some ambiguity in front of me, you know, and I could keep myself a little bit anonymous, I might. If I have one or too many, I might use it the wrong way.
Speaking of drunk social media, the WWE announcer Corey Graves was definitely drunk social mediaing the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Was he getting
Sunday
personal?
Night. Yeah. He was calling for this guy, this like journalist, to get fired for like no reason whatsoever. He's like, "You're a cancer, fuck you," and like just going off on all the fans and like, I mean, he went psycho. Yeah.
So does he still have a job?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
I was gonna say, now how do you know that's just not
A
a
work
calculated?
or anything? Yeah, it could have been, but it was just so random. Like, it was just out of nowhere, and the journalist was like, "What did I do?"
Yeah, I mean, and this is a like
He's like a commentator on Raw
I mean, so I guess
and SmackDown.
it's really just like any other guy who would be at any other sport, though. Like, even though, you know, it's a little more entertaining, it's still like, if somebody attacks the validity of your shit, you're kind of, you know.
But the thing is, I don't think the guy did.
Well, right. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. From what it sounds like for you, it was just unsolicited.
Yeah, and well, the guy works for Deadspin, and I fucking hate Deadspin.
Yeah, that's a Chicago kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's always shitting on the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Deadspin.
Yeah, I think this guy's also from Chicago, too, because they have multiple writers, I'm pretty sure. But
Wouldn't be
wrong.
shocking.
No. But yeah, that was entertaining this past week. Let's get into songs of the week before we get into everything else.
Let's do it.
Let's flow through it. You want to start?
Yeah, man, I'll start. Because I'm doing them as we go, as is tradition.
As is tradition.
So, let's see. Song number 1.
So my first song.
God, motherfucker! God damn it. I swear at this point, it's like, it feels like, I just want people to know this shit is not rehearsed.
Dude,
I'm always doing my fucking...
as possible on that one.
I'm always doing my fucking songs, too, as we do this, so I'll be looking down, and then, as of late, Todd, but traditionally Todd or Jim, depending. See, I can't wait for Jim to be back, too, because I'm going to be like a middle brother who's just waiting on the little brother to grow up.
He's going to get shit on. Yeah. No pun intended.
But now, fuck you. Do your number.
So you want me to start now?
Yes.
All right. Just making sure you're not going to cut me off. My number 1 is by this one half of the Outkast, his new song out, Big Boy, called Doing It.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
can
it.
fuck with that.
Can fuck with
By the way,
Big
no
Boy
need
does.
to hesitate on your end because,
I was just making sure.
you know, I got a little bit of fucking integrity over here, so I'm a gentleman when it comes to songs of the week.
I was trying to wait so long, too, so
You
you're going to
did
look
great.
up.
You really did great.
Thank you.
And luckily for you, I still had one slot to fill, so I was kind of invested in this.
I was
over
watching
here.
you the whole time. I'm like, is he going to
That
notice?
delay, and it was in the back of my mind too, but I just didn't think about it. So what I was going to say is that I've got a couple that, like, I'm not sure. I really got to start getting my songs of the week into you so I can keep track so I don't get repetitive on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, the sheet's underneath you, I think.
yeah, but at this point it would
Or
take
it's
a lot
underneath
of...
there.
Yeah, plus there's more in my
There was.
notebook, but it would
It
take
was
a
over
lot
here.
of studying. Fuck it. I don't think I'm going
Oh,
to
it's right
repeat
here.
any from last week. Yeah, okay. Well, then here's a couple. Okay, but I know I won't repeat this one. This would be by Blink 182. By the way, quick insert, if anyone hasn't heard the Travis Barker Joe Rogan podcast, it's pretty fucking intense.
Is it new?
Yeah, it's like, I think sometime from last week. I had no idea. I forgot all about the plane crash he was in.
Oh, yeah.
And I forgot that it was at all serious, because I guess I had just checked out at that point of time, because when he talked about it, I was like, I feel like I would have heard about this at some point, but it was almost like I was hearing about it for the first
Him
time.
and DJ AM, wasn't
I think it was like, yeah, in like 2011 or something.
Something like that. Yeah,
which would
they
make
were supposed
perfect
to-
sense.
I think they're supposed to be here playing a show, and they
Yeah, well, they were
canceled.
definitely on tour or something like that. I know they were leaving out of South Carolina. So
It's crazy.
I guess that was a bad interjection to come at you with the song Down by Blink 182. Purely coincidental, no ill intent there. But yeah, Blink 182 Down.
It's such
Solid
an underrated.
banger.
It's such an underrated Blink-182.
It really is. And then also I just realized if it was 2011 when they crashed, that was indeed my freshman year of college, so I was for surely checked out of life.
That sounds about right, actually.
Yeah.
2011,
So that
yeah.
all is making sense now.
All right. Well, my second song of the week is by Empire of the Sun. How would you pronounce this? CHRYS.
Well, you gotta let me look at it, dude. Chrysalis?
Chrysalis?
Yeah. Or I guess if you were fancy, Chrysalis.
Chrysalis? I don't even know. Empire of the Sun's
Yeah.
brand new song, though. Like,
Yeah, Chrys, that's like Chris, you know, and then ALIS, that's just like Chris. I mean, I'm a Southsider, so I say Chrysalis. Chrysalis, but like Chrysalis, something like that.
But Empire's song, man, they got some good bangers. Like, have you ever heard Walking on the Dream by them? It's a really good song.
I'm not sure.
Walking
I know
on a
I
Dream.
actually just listened to a song on the way here that I think you showed me by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Maps?
I think it was Boy something.
Not sure.
Yeah, it was the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, but I can't remember. But anyways, I've been heeding your songs of the week lately to, you know, broaden my spectrum a little bit.
Here, it's this song by Empire of the Sun. Well, this is their old
Oh,
song.
yeah, absolutely.
It's a fucking great song.
It's a banger, ain't
Walking
for sure.
on a Dream. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
get
feel like that one got a little bit commercialized, though.
Oh, it totally
Like
did.
a lot of those types of songs do.
Totally did. And their song Alive, too. I think they played that song Alive, I think, like 3 times in the second Dumb and Dumber movie with the Jim Carrey one.
Hold up. Second? Oh, like, are you talking about the sequel?
Yeah, like the real one, not the
Oh, yeah.
bullshit one.
Okay, word.
I feel like we have to clarify when you're talking about
Well, if we're talking about the bullshit one, we're just talking about the one where they're twins, right? Or they're 2 Dumb and Dumbers sequels.
There's 2 of them. Well, the one's a prequel.
Because the only thing... Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, without Jim Carrey.
Yeah, because the only thing I think of when I think other than that is what we discussed last week, which is Stuck on You or Stuck Together or whatever the fuck
Stuck
that
on
movie
You.
is.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Oh, that other song was Down Boy, by the way, by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
Down Boy. Oh,
When it came on, I was
No
like... yeah. No, I wasn't talking to
I
you.
didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. Probably how they got their name.
Probably.
But yeah, that popped up on my first excursion here before I had to turn around and do it all over again. So what is that? Is that my number 2 now? Was that your number 2?
That was my number 2, yeah. It's your number 2.
My number 2, I have to now clarify this is in no particular order because these are all number 1s in my heart. This is a little ditty by Halsey. Not the song I said last week. That's what I was kind of concerned about. But this week...
Is it the song you said 3 weeks ago?
Probably not. This is her less angsty one, more of like the pop charts one, Colors. Have I already said that?
No.
I don't think I said that one.
No, you said...
If you haven't noticed, I fucks with Halsey heavy.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
She
But
was just
she's
on
got
SNL.
just a bunch of bangers, dude.
Mm-hmm. Was she fucking dating G-Eazy or something? And she blew up his shit on SNL last week? Or
Did
2 weeks
she?
ago? Yeah.
She like go in on him?
She was like playing her set list, and her backdrop was like text messages from G-Eazy's being like, "I'm sorry, baby," like blah blah blah, just
No
exposing
shit.
him. Yeah.
See, that whole relationship feels fabricated anyways, though.
Yeah,
'cause
everything
they're
does.
I mean, you know, I can understand how those two would run across each other's paths and it, like, become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it almost feels like the bleached hip-hop version, and I say that fully pun intended, because it's G-Eazy and Halsey.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think Halsey is mixed. She actually went on a tirade one time about there not being shampoo or something, and it started a whole stir. Again, I think all calculated, but I'm pretty sure her dad is actually some type of African, I believe. But anyways, if we keep going on that, yeah, Halsey's my chick, and do you have my set list updated?
Yeah, I put it in there.
Okay, so you were peeping the sitch. Dig it. All right, cool. So now we'll know. But yeah, Halsey, that's the girl.
We actually just
That's number
updated
2.
Songs of the Week this past week with, like, I think 3 weeks worth of our stuff.
That makes me psyched.
Yeah.
And then obviously you have all of like the 90s stuff, right? I think
Yeah,
I've
it's all in
given
there.
you
Well,
that.
I'm waiting on EM Pout
Yeah.
to get her here so we can do our last 90s episode, because I'm going to make a playlist of just all the 90s songs that we picked.
Okay, yeah, that's
gonna
very
be
weird.
Awesome.
But
playlist.
obviously don't hold your breath in that regard because
Might be
we
wild.
don't know what's going on with the boy.
I'm going to say March. Maybe sometime in March. Hopefully
Hopefully.
before WrestleMania.
Just to give everybody a little bit of context, Jim's been getting treatments for his illness, so now the treatments are what's keeping him out of the game. At least that's what I have diagnosed it as. So
Yeah,
hopefully he's back sooner rather than later.
no doubt. At least just come back to the bars and have a Sprite while we get drunk.
Dude, I'm saying.
DD, dude. DD.
You know when I did that No Drink November?
Yeah.
Kitty cocktails were my goddamn jam. I shit you not. It, like, for some reason, just the soda, but with the grenadine mixed in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just kind of, it fools you a little
Just
bit.
gets you hyped.
Yeah.
Oh, fun fact. I'm looking at my little, how much audio storage we have. We have 314 hours of storage hours spent right now.
Oh, like
combined,
STL 3.14?
Yeah, like 314. I just thought I'd shout that
That's
out.
what's up.
Yeah.
You kind of worried me for a sec. I was like, 3 hours, we're going to knock fucking
I know.
2/3 of that out
That's
right
just
now.
all together what we
Okay,
have.
dig you.
Nice. And shout out to our Spotify. Our analytics lately for like Spotify and like the logistics and everything have been very funky. And we just got an email today saying that everything is figured out with Spotify now, and all of a sudden like our downloads just went like skyrocketed.
Oh, so they've been funky as in like on the low end?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Shit,
there's
I
no
thought you were
way.
going to say the opposite.
I was like, there's no way.
Because those numbers you share with us, I was like, fucking, wasn't that last one like almost 2 million or some shit?
Well, that's on
or
Twitter.
almost 1 million?
That's just on Twitter.
Nah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's
a
what's
wide
crazy.
reach.
Is like that's just Twitter. That's
Yeah.
not counting Facebook or like Instagram or like
Yeah, that
fucking
fucks me
anything.
up.
Yeah, so it's
That's
more
pretty
than
heavy.
that from like Apple, Spotify, everything.
I gotta kind of not think about it, to be honest, so I don't make myself nervous.
Right?
It's like, we're just having a conversation as far as I'm concerned.
Hello, 2 million people.
No, shut up.
Well, anyway, my third song is by Khaled and Disclosure. They got a brand new song out called Talk. Khaled kind of going back to like this little. It's like, have you heard of Khaled, right?
Yeah, he's got that little high school ditty, right? Something about...
Like he was talking about.
It's a song literally about being in high school or back in high school.
think so.
He's got that young one or some shit. I don't know. I know who Khaled is, yes.
Some of your location, all like American Teen.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, it was probably that one. Yeah.
There was Young, Dumb, and Broke was his other
That's
one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His second album he put out recently, like a few months ago, was nowhere near as good as that first album was. Because this first album was really unique and like, this is cool because it's different. The second album was like, okay, now this sounds just like every generic rap song.
Right.
Now they teamed up with Disclosure. This is like kind of like reverted back and it's unique again now.
Right.
So,
Brought out
I
a
like
little
it.
bit of the OG
Yeah.
shit. That makes sense because I remember him coming on the scene and everybody was almost like, this is going to be the next MJ or some shit. Got a banging voice.
Dude, he was good, man.
And then all of a sudden, I just thought he kind of fell off the map.
did.
So that's good to know.
That
I wrote
second
that one down.
That second album was not very good. I mean, it's good.
Sometimes you hit a sophomore slump, though, you know?
generic.
Yeah.
There's nothing special.
Well, also, at that point, it's like the first album's always the shit because they have full artistic integrity,
Right.
you know, so they can do whatever they want. And then somebody comes in and tries to manipulate it for the sake
Right.
of profit and marketing, and then you can't do that to art, and it usually fucking shows through.
Dude,
I shouldn't say that with what my number one song's going to be tonight, but
well, then you say something like that. It reminds me of like when Kanye West put out what was the Silver album that wasn't just Kanye, but he had like a shitload of different artists on it. I want to say it's a good music, just compilation, but Kanye was like
That
a
wasn't-
Kanye West album though.
that wasn't the one when he wore those dumb fucking glasses, was it? Like the 80s glasses?
No, that was Graduation. That album's amazing.
Wait, really?
Or no, that was
No, because-
808s. That's a great album. That's a
Is 808s the one that has,
Love Lockdown,
no.
Paranoid, RoboCop, amazing,
Damn it. Now I can't think of it.
Heartless.
Nope, it's gone now.
But it's the
Oh, Stronger.
that's Graduation.
Stronger has Graduation on
Yeah.
it? Man,
That's
I
a great
remember
album.
liking that song so much, and now I hate that song.
Because it got overplayed.
I don't even know if that's it, really. I think I'm just older. I feel like
Go
I
back
don't
and
know.
listen to Go listen to his.
It's kind of catchy, though, still.
If you go back and listen to Kanye's like first like four, I want to say 4 albums. Those are all, in my opinion, masterpieces. Possibly 5 masterpieces.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
Yeezus
unfortunately,
was just
he's
like,
not wrong about the being a genius part.
he's not.
He's just
Yeah.
corrupted at this point, you know?
What was
like,
that album called?
geniuses like that, if you let your ego take over, then you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you're literally on autopilot.
Yep.
Like, he's probably going to snap back in someday and be like, what the fuck? I blacked out for 20 years.
Cruel Summer is what it was called.
Word.
came
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
It kind of, it's got like a,
It came-
like a shadowy, like a silhouette
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had Click and Mercy on it. But that was like...
Click. Yeah, that was a chill. Yeah, that was a fucking good album.
It's a good album, but that was the one album where Kanye like didn't produce anything. He let other producers for good music produce it all, and you could tell because it's all sounding like generic beats. When Kanye has like that soulful like beat.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
That's what I love about Kanye.
Yeah. You can't commercialize that shit.
No, and you could tell. And I don't think he produced anything. There's one album he did for himself that he like barely produced it, and I was like, you can tell. Like,
yeah, I could see that again, especially with something like all the raw shit he was putting out. As soon as it gets tainted a little, watered down, then it's pretty obvious.
That's why I loved his new album so much, because he finally produced it every song again. And I'm like, you can tell because it's soulful again. Like it's old Kanye's back on this album.
Yeah, even I'll admit that, and I kind of got a bone to pick with him right now. I just think one day he's going to wake up and he's going to be like, what the fuck? I married Kim Kardashian?
Oh, no, man.
I mean, I get it, bro. He had to... from what I can surmise of the situation and Kanye's affinity for Jay-Z, I mean, he basically got the literal brokest and fucking dollar store version of Beyonce possible, but he still got himself a chick that's self-made for whatever that's fucking worth. I mean, she got fucked by a B-list celebrity.
Can I just part of my land?
And, which is funny because then if you start thinking about the fucking little connections there, so he's trying to be like, get himself a little Beyonce. Beyonce was in Destiny's, she was part of Destiny's Child, right? And then Ray J, the only reason he's famous is because what's her name?
Kim Kardashian.
No.
Well, technically.
No, his sister, though.
He did put out that banger, though.
His sister's Brandy.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the only reason the motherfucker's famous.
I didn't know that.
But Brandy wasn't in... I don't think she was in Destiny's Child. But either way, I bet you there's some connection way down in there back to Beyonce. But, you know, again, point made. She's kind of self-made, and then she obviously... Unfortunately, with the state of this country, she makes a shitload of money talking about the Kardashians.
The one thing I will give Kanye and Kim credit for that the media does not show you is their charity work that they do is out of this fucking world. And, like, how many times they go to different countries and, like, actually help out poverty, like, victims of poverty.
That's a good point. Maybe the media doesn't cover it, but I still feel like there's a PR move behind it.
Oh, for sure.
For Kim. For Kanye, he's probably a genuine motherfucker. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Usually are a genuine motherfucker.
And geniuses are fucking crazy.
Right,
like,
my point.
Legit crazy. You think Albert Einstein was a cool dude?
Right.
Or fucking Shakespeare?
Who the fuck was that Van Gogh cut off his ear?
Yeah.
And sent it to a chick?
I mean, has anybody ever seen a picture of fucking Shakespeare?
Right.
He was fucking a nut job.
Yeah, and he was definitely a stoner for sure.
Like, geniuses are just fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, I dig it.
Man, yeah.
Just that Kim K move, you know what I'm saying? So is it my number 3 now?
I think so. This is what I love about Songs of the Week. It really took a lot
from me.
That's what I love about Songs of the Week. We always go off on tangents.
Right. It's got to happen, though.
It does.
Okay.
So it makes us genuine.
Number 3.
I need another beer.
Fugees. Tell me if I already said this one.
Fugees?
Because I know I've hit it with a Fuji before. But I think my last song I said was just Lauryn Hill. But this... is Killing Me Softly, you know.
I think it's on the playlist. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That has to be. If we did the 90s episodes, that has to be.
So then I'm going to replace that with Down Like Silver by the Wolves.
All right.
Because that was my plan B in the first place.
I'll find out in 2 seconds. Just go in the playlist and search it. So that's what I love about Spotify.
Good call.
You can just go to the top of the playlist and search and find out in 2 seconds. But the Fugees, that's got to be on here. Especially if we did the 90s episode.
But if I've only done it during the 90s episode, I mean, it's still fair, but that's not as repetitive as I'm just trying to make sure I don't repeat the 5 fucking songs of each week.
I try to do the same thing and just, like with the 90s, from here on out, I think I said this last week too, I'm going to try and pick at least one 90s songs a week up until...
Yeah, just to piece them together.
Yeah. That way that when you put that 90s playlist together, when we put it out, you're going to have like 100 songs in there. It's going to be just glorious.
Yeah.
We're 3 songs away from 500 on Songs of the Week.
No shit. Mm-hmm. That's like a whole summer's worth of playlist.
I love it, dude. It's a great playlist.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. I go home sometimes and just check it for the songs everybody else has shared. So
Do you have Spotify?
Yeah, I don't have the.
Are you on premium? Gotta get that premium, bro.
Yeah, but I got Apple Music.
Fuck Apple Music.
I know.
I just say that because we're on Spotify.
Yeah, but also aren't we on iTunes?
Yeah.
So
shit.
Yeah.
Maybe you should make the playlist on Apple Music.
I bet you I could just copy it because that's how dope Spotify is. I would probably have to put in some legwork and maybe actually tit for tat it.
Started at 2019 February.
Yep.
All right, it's my song, fourth song.
Number 4.
My fourth song this week is by an indie band called Armors, and the song is Portland. Just got to get that one indie song in there with the windows down, Roadhead. Yeah.
How fucking hipster is this song?
It's called Portland.
It's called Portland, and it's an indie band.
Yeah.
I'm already imagining fucking super skinny, rolled up jeans, brown boots, probably some black frame, super thick glasses, a faux hawk, and a wife beater.
No, dude,
a wife beater with red suspenders.
Faux hawks aren't cool anymore, man.
I don't know if you've noticed, but there's an eerie correlation between hipsters and skinheads, like from the movie.
Really?
Yeah, they kind of dress alike. Okay.
It's still an indie song.
I would say that I've probably heard it, but I think it just sounds like other shit.
It does. Yeah. That's why I like it. It kind of has like a little has like the little hipster indie vibe along with maybe like a little 90s alternative vibe.
Yeah, I can see that. But I saw how you questioned me there for a second on that correlation between
I don't see
skinheads and hipsters. So just go ahead and do yourself a favor some point later on. We gotta expedite this process, but just Google a stereotypical hipster like that probably lives in like a gentrified part of the fucking Bronx right now, and then Google the skinheads from what the fuck is the movie? Everybody knows the movie.
American History X?
American History X, yes. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's spot on, but they dress eerily similar to one another. And, I mean, at the end of the day, aren't they really the same thing? Hipsters and skinheads, they're just followers who can't think for themselves.
Are you mixing hipsters with punk rock kids?
No, because, again, it's more of a punk rock thing, and then that's probably how it got adopted into the skinhead culture, but also at the end of the day, all hipsters do is just emulate other people because they can't think for themselves. Yeah, that's right. I fucking said it. So, yeah, I think they look kind of alike, man.
Jeez. Jim calls me a hipster, man.
Well, you can obviously think for yourself and not dress like one. That Vans hoodie is quite dope, though.
Thank you.
To be honest, yeah. And the CCM.
I was going to say, you better
I already broke down your whole fit, bro. I broke down your whole fit. If you were a hipster, I wouldn't have gone into this rant. Well, I would have. I'd just be looking you in your eyes while I was doing it.
Oh, man. Thanks, man.
Got you, bro. If anything, Jim's hipster. Getting all sick and shit, trying to get the fucking sympathy votes.
Come on, man. I shit my
pull
pants.
Yourself up by your bootstraps, Jimmy. What is it, number 4?
Yeah.
All right.
I think Jim's a hipster.
Yeah, Jim's a hipster. Oh, number 4. Okay, this is going to be a nice little contradiction of each other on my 2 and 1 spot. But number 2, or 1, or 4, or however the fuck we're putting this. Number 4 is a fellow by the name of Tom McDonald. I don't know if you've heard of him or not. He's caused quite a few waves in the past year or so. He made a song called White Boy, where he doesn't really apologize, or not apologize. He doesn't really not apologize, for like what people maybe want to refer to as white privilege. But he certainly acknowledges it, and then he kind of he goes in, he gets political, and then this song that he has is called Politically Incorrect. It's fucking awesome.
I want to say I've heard this.
You might have.
I want to say I have.
He's got a line in it that basically says the way things are going nowadays, honestly, honesty's going to be illegal. And to be honest with you, look at that segue. Fucking smooth. To be honest with you, I thought of that part of the song, and it's the reason I put it in this week's with this Liam Neeson bullshit that's going on.
What is going on with that?
All he fucking does is speak his mind And he's genuinely honest about a fuck up that he had in the past. And he even came out afterwards and was explaining, like, so basically what happened, to give you the fucking Spark Notes version, is that he was on an interview. He said one time, like 40 years ago, one of his friends got brutally raped by a black guy back in Ireland. So he just used to go to the parts of town where the black guys were and kind of hope that one of them would fuck with him so he could beat the piss out of him. Really nothing wrong with that. And then after the fact, he acknowledges...
That's iffy.
Well, not really. It's only iffy in the fucking current climate we're in. If it's even 10 years ago, nobody's thinking twice about it. They're thinking... Because now everybody wants to be outraged by some bullshit, but it's something that everybody can relate to. I mean, and then afterwards he comes out and says, you know, it doesn't have to be someone of color directly, but unfortunately for him, that's the correlation he made, and that's how he got in trouble. But really all he was saying is this dude raped a good friend of his, and then he came back and said afterwards that he was just trying to clarify that people have those fucking feelings. Yeah. And in the PC culture especially, everybody wants to act like they're all fucking nice and angelic, but really it's just natural to have those thoughts at the end of the day. You just have to know how to control them, how to not act on them, how to have remorse for it afterwards and fucking learn from it. And that's all he was saying, but then all these SJWs, they don't want to hear that shit. They just want to throw up a little article and bitch about some dude being racist so they can get some fucking likes, deflect from their own internal racism, but we'll get into that way later. So, moral of the story is, yeah, these, you know, he got fucking ostracized. I think he had a movie coming out this week that fucking bombed, and he got ostracized by everyone just because he kind of came out and spoke the truth, for real, you know, just said. And then afterwards was literally saying, I was trying to speak the truth so other people know that if they have these feelings, they can talk about it openly to someone and work through them rather than just suppressing it because all these fucking PC fucks will ostracize you.
And basically what this is showing is like, well, maybe you can't. Like,
yeah, exactly my point. Honestly, honesty's going to be illegal.
Yeah.
Because you can't fucking...
God, that's so true.
Yeah.
Like, he was legit, like, just opening up and just being like, I did this was fucked up, don't do this.
And dude, even if it had been like a Mexican or anyone else, it's like the pulse of the PC culture right now is so infatuated with the African American, with the plight of the African American that like they'll just
that is anything. Fucking crazy. He was legit just being like,
yeah,
don't
and as
do
a black person, wouldn't you want him to be able to express that point of view to tell others like, hey, you know, don't take it out on us, any people. Like you can't just be mad at a whole race for something horrific that specifically happened to you. And he's trying to express that to other people and, you know, tell them that they should be open and honest with themselves so it's something that they could work out.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, oh, fuck you, dude. If you have any thoughts like that, you're just a racist. So anybody that does that, obviously that tells you they're trying to deflect from their own internal fucking racism. Yeah. Like, that's why the biggest beef I have with the PC culture is that it's all completely a hypocrisy.
Well, I think...
And it's clickbait. That's really all it is. Because then... Nobody even read the story. Yeah. Everybody just read Liam Neeson says black bastard in an interview. Yeah. And then that's all they got to fucking put.
Well, the media can spin anything.
Exactly.
Because in today's society, just like you said, everybody's just going to read the title. They're not going to read the article. And
they're reading it just to be outraged in the first place so they can have something to regurgitate and get their own fucking clickbait for.
Yep.
It's fucked up.
Yep, and I have a beef with the wrestling community right now who's like all about, you know, let's change the world, like blah, blah, like AEW. Yeah. They don't publicize this at all. They don't even make like a big issue about it. They just act like it's no big deal and we're going to go about our business. They're the first wrestling promotion, like big wrestling promotion. It's the company that hasn't started yet.
Right.
They signed a trans person to a contract. It's the first, WWE doesn't have one, and they're the first big promotion to do it. But they never publicized it. They was like, hey, we signed this person, this person. Just threw him in there, just like a normal person. And people were like have been bashing AEW. It's like, what the fuck? And they, like, the wrestlers are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
so was it like a perspective that I'd usually have on the scenario?
Yeah.
Like they did it for a PR move?
No, I don't think they did it for a PR move.
Well, I'm saying, is that why people are bashing him? Or are they bashing him just because they put a tranny in there?
That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, we're just treating him like a normal person."
Right.
I said to him, "Now I feel like an idiot." Like,
no, see, you should feel like an idiot for saying that you feel like an idiot. Because again, fuck that shit. I mean, we'll get down to the nitty gritty.
I know.
Way later.
I
once
know.
again, but
you know what I mean.
It's a him
though.
or a her, whatever it wants to be. That's fine.
But you know what
you
I
don't
mean,
get
though.
to be everything.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like an asshole. I don't want to be a prick. But
again, this goes back to the PC thing. This is like a perpetual argument that nobody could win. You know, so you just got to draw a line.
Going at AEW pisses me off because it's like, guys, like they're not public. They're not.
Also, where's all the rabid LGBTQRS people though to come have their back?
Oh, they had some.
Okay.
Well, what's fucking pisses me off though is that like, if WWE did this, they'd fucking gloat it and make it like a PR move.
Right, they would
AEW
PR it for
didn't
sure.
at all. They were just like, hey, we signed this person. Let's move on. We signed this person. Let's move on. Like,
Right.
It's like, fuck.
I
Jesus
dig what
Christ.
you're saying. Yeah. Well, again, you know, that's the whole premise of this conversation. It's a lose-lose battle. Mm-hmm. That's the whole premise of the new T-shirt brand, No Fucks Given Tees. Because if you just stay true to yourself, then you really don't got to worry about anybody else.
Cheap plug.
What's up, bro?
Cheap plug.
Cheap luck?
Cheap plug.
Word, got you. Hey,
And
you'll be refunded for that.
And this was all an advertisement for his new T-shirt.
No, I'm just brilliant with the segues, son. Is it my number one? No, it's your number two.
No, it's my number one.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right.
My number one to coincide with the 90s coming up soon whenever Jim comes back. I couldn't think of one. I was sitting down here. I'm like, okay, I don't want to use like really good 90s songs. I want to save the really good ones for the last time we do our songs of the week for the 90s.
Right.
And I'm like, Katie K, Naked Lady, what's a good 90s song? And she's like, something from Gwen Stefani, like, oh, fucking solid. I pick, no doubt, Just a Girl.
Nice.
It's a fucking great song.
Well done.
It's a fucking great song.
See, but then if you're gonna feel all bad about what you said earlier about calling him a him or her a her, if you're gonna stay with that 2019 theme, then you can't be saying that song title anymore. How dare you assume her gender? It's just a person.
God, that's so true.
It's just a person.
That's so true.
Yeah. See, you gotta draw a line in the sand. That's my point.
I hate this world.
You gotta draw a line and say there would be no problem if the PC culture weren't just a cheap veil for exploiting a fucking way, deeper and political agenda. Like, that's my point. Nobody on any side of the spectrum is a decent fucking person, no matter what your political realm is.
That's true.
You just fucking refer to, okay, you want me to call you a chick, but you're a dude biologically. That's straight, Really, the only problem is that anybody thinks we need to make a big fucking deal out of it. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, yes, man, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Whatever you want to be called, that's fine with me. As long as you're not fucking with me, why do I give a fuck?
I think this is the most political I think we've ever gotten on Offended. Like, seriously. I think this is the most political.
It's sometimes it just happens.
Well, anyway, I just want to say...
Well, I also said a song called Politically Incorrect, so I probably did us in a little there.
Well, we here at Offended love everybody except for assholes.
Anybody that listens.
So I hate myself. What's going on tonight?
We're getting just so deep. All right,
Jim, come back.
I'll cut to my number one then real quick. Stop the bleeding. Oh, okay, so I got a few points to make here. We're going to go Larger Than Life, Backstreet Boys. This popped up on my way over. Mm-hmm. And I was listening, and at first I was like, God damn, you know what? I could totally see how I was susceptible to this back in the day when we were little kids. Because it's catchy as fuck. But then I kept listening, and I was like kind of just driving, not really paying attention, focusing on the road and shit. And all of a sudden this wicked guitar solo comes in, and I was like, holy fuck, I don't remember this. And then so I rewound it, and then I started actually listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, they're not the fucking deepest thing in the world, but they actually had some meaning to them. And I was like, holy shit, this is like way more of a valid song than I gave it credit for back in the day. Like, it's not just a little...
What song?
Larger Than Life, Backstreet Boys, on Millennium.
Why am I drawing the blank?
That makes you larger than life.
Bow.
Yeah, dude. Hang on, let me try to stall for me real quick, because I just got to get
Mark
you...
Stahl, Eric Stahl, Jordan Stahl, Marty Stahl, Corey Stahl, Jim Stahl, Todd Stahl. I ran out of hockey. I ran out of Stahl players.
Okay, for those who don't remember. Right, and this is all fine and dandy. But I think they should get into this. Alright, well, I'm not going to waste everybody's time looking for the fucking guitar solo, but there's a wicked guitar solo in there somewhere. This is killing me now.
Who just said... Somebody said to me something so asinine the other day. I just was like... I just stared at them. Like, I couldn't...
Oh.
It's a pretty
Like,
badass guitar
right?
solo.
Exactly.
It's a pretty badass
I'm
guitar
glad I
solo.
found that. I know, dude. I literally, when I was in the car, I like almost, no disrespect, Slash, but I seriously envisioned Slash like tearing that up.
You know who I envisioned? It's fucking Prince.
Ooh, okay.
And this is what
Another
goes
good one.
with what I was going to say.
Nice segue, buddy.
I forget who said it to me, but somebody I know, and I just stared at them in the face like,
Yeah.
no shit.
Right.
They're like, it's like, I never knew how good of a guitarist Prince was. I was just like, what?
You know what?
What?
I just,
What?
I understand my place.
What?
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 Stone Cold says what?
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 But I do gotta say, I had a little more appreciation
Sound
for
like
my
a
dear
jackass.
Prince. Shut the fuck up, jackass. But I just found the Beatles last year, so again, I can't talk too much.
Speaking of the Beatles, did you see the preview for that new Yesterday movie coming out?
I did not.
So Danny Boyle's directing it. Danny Boyle directed Slumdog Millionaire, 127 Hours, Train Spotting.
You gotta name a movie I've seen.
Never seen
before
Train
I can
Spotting?
appreciate it. I don't think
like
so.
the movie where they're all addicted to heroin with Ewan McGregor. It's a great movie.
What the fuck would I watch that? I live in
Came out
South
in the
City. I could
90s.
just walk down the block.
It's a great movie. It's like really good. Danny Boyle is one of
If
my
I
favorite
really wanted, I'd
directors.
just go to South Broadway.
That's true. But
But I feel you. Okay, I'm getting the gist.
phenomenal director. Actually, watch Trance if you can. That's a fucking one of the most underrated movies ever made, and he directed that.
That kind of sounds familiar,
With
honestly.
James McAvoy and Rosario Dawson and the guy from Black Swan.
I don't really remember
Anyway.
actors. I kind of pride myself on not knowing their names.
I love
But
Danny.
go ahead.
He's like one of my favorite directors, and
I
he's
hear you.
directing a new movie called Yesterday. And the movie's about a guy that gets hit by a car. He's like a cover artist, plays like a lot of Beatles cover songs.
You know what? I think I've heard the premise for this.
Yeah, he gets hit by a car, and when he wakes up, nobody's ever heard of the Beatles. The Beatles don't exist. So he just
Yeah.
starts like making all these songs. People are like, you're the greatest songwriter in the world. How do you come up with the songs? He's like, they're not mine, but I'll keep writing them.
Right.
That's such a simple concept, but it looks great.
Yeah, that's true. I could see that too.
Yeah.
I should have that guy probably listens to the podcast, and I probably inspired him because when he found out that there was a 26-year-old that existed out there who had never heard of him. I mean, think about it, dude. If I've never heard of him, and I mean, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I listen to all fucking
Holy
types of
shit.
music, but I literally listen to most shit, you know? And I did know who the Beatles were, but I had just been kind of perturbed from them for the fact that the only shit I had heard was their commercialized shit, and so I just kind of figured they were like,
See, this is
a
why
whack-ass little band.
this gives me hope for you to listen to U2 one day, and you're just gonna be like, God damn it!
I've listened, you know?
You need to
like
hear
I
the
said, they ear raped me.
need to
I
hear
could
the
not listen to them.
B-sides, and not just that album.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, bro, that's my Irish brethren, so of course I would like to enjoy their music. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I've seen too many South Parks, is really what it is.
Hello. Yeah, dude, that fucking scene, though, I crack up every time. Yeah. Holy shit, dude. Here, wait, real quick. I just want to get your take on this now.
Okay.
This is Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. It's one of my... If I was a wrestler, this would have been my theme song. That's how much I love this song by U2. This is the live version. Listen to this. I'll play a little snippet. This is probably one of their most badass songs ever made.
I mean, I like the beginning. I really have no idea what to expect. Okay. I can mess with that. I mean, it's kind of just like the Beatles, really. You're spot on.
Yep.
Because, yeah. I mean, plus, if U2's that big, like, there's gotta be, some of that, what is it, the universal music theory?
You can see there, this was their drug phase, too. Like, they were legit on some
I
shit
guess
there.
that's the other thing. I really only know them, like, as being older, too.
Yeah. Oh, my God. 90s U2, dude?
Right.
Holy shit.
Right.
Like, they were on some shit.
Yeah, and really, like, straight up legit running the globe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they still kind of are. If
Yeah.
you think about it, like, they've sold out every single show since 1973 was the date, or the year. They've sold out every show.
been
These are
around since the
soccer
70s?
stadiums. Their first album was 1979.
No shit?
Oh, did I say 73?
Yeah.
83 is when
83.
when they started selling out the
that
shows.
makes
First
more
album's
sense.
79.
Yeah.
But they've been a band since they were in high school together.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's sick. And
can
they're
you-
Irish.
How many other bands can you say the original members are still around and they've never broken up?
Right.
It's crazy. Like
Bono,
U2,
bro, he's that glue.
dude, he gets shit on for like nothing. Like legit gets shit on for nothing.
Oh, he's too successful. You're going to.
Yeah.
He's overexposed.
Is a guy that actually uses his celebrity for like the greater good of the world, and
Yeah.
people are like, "Fuck him."
Yep.
It's like, but why? Like,
Just to hate.
Yeah.
Just like me. But I've never really hated on Bono personally. I've always kind of appreciated him, to be honest with you.
He's a good dude.
He's just kind of turned into a cliche at this point.
he has. I mean, I will say that too. He has, but it's like at the same time, man. The last album they put out is one of my favorite albums I think they've ever put out. It's like, how can they do that in this day
just
and age?
keep doing it over and over again. I could fuck with that.
Crazy.
I'll give him a shot. I'll get back to you.
I got playlists made, but you got to get that Spotify. Or I guess you could just listen to it without.
Well, if I can still access it without premium.
That's true. I'll have to send it to you. I made the
just
2
play
playlists for
commercials
Jim.
and
I
shit.
made the playlists that are commercial hits and one that's like their B-sides.
Okay. Can mess with that.
All right. And anyways, that was Songs of the Week. Go download our playlist, or go listen to our playlist at Spotify at Offended Presents Songs of the Week.
Ow.
All right, let's move on. I'm going to go to, before we move into like some of the topics I think we had written down, just want to shout out AEW Wrestling. Their second show, it's coming up in Las Vegas, Nevada
Las Vegas.
on May 25th, and they put their tickets out this past week, and the show sold out in 4 minutes for the MGM Grand. 4 fucking minutes.
That's some serious recognition.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So congrats. That's just fucking, I love it.
That's what's up.
Love it. What I don't love, though, is that there's a shitload of tickets on StubHub. Fuck you, people. Fuck you, people.
The resale market, eh?
Yeah, dude. It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know, though, man. I guess they're not, like, big enough to be able to control that, but I was going to say,
How could you?
well, I mean, like, the MLB and shit, they still get a chunk of all their secondary markets, I'm pretty sure. They figured out how to just get control over it.
So that's what blows my mind is like the president and the owner of AEW is the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So you would think like he would know like
Yeah.
what to do.
And have the firepower to be able to execute on it as well.
Jaguars owns the soccer team Fulham over in England.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he owns an English Premier League team.
But anyway, congrats to AEW. It's fucking awesome.
That's dope. Shout out. Best root beer company ever.
Needs to happen. I'm going to do this segment we haven't done probably in over a year. I don't think we've ever done it with you on the show, Corey.
If it's what I'm thinking of, I'm pretty psyched about it.
The weird news stories?
Yeah,
All
man.
right. So I have 4 news stories there. I was just looking through. Since we normally do this when it's like a really slow like news week. Like nothing's really going on. Super Bowl's over. I mean, we'll get in the hockey talks
Yeah, I
here
was
in a
going to
minute.
say, we got a whole lot to unpack there.
But other than that, it's been kind of slow. So just buy some time before we get in the hockey talks. Let's get our first story going. Did you see a Jamaican man fucking wore a scream mask to collect his lottery winnings?
I did see that. I
Just-
had to...
So he had to hide from his family.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Well, see, I just figured he's in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? I mean, kind of like the Wild West down there. I mean, those fuckers tried to take out Bob Marley at one point, so I wouldn't be shocked if that guy showed his face and then ended up getting robbed anyways. But that's more legit that it's his family. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, it was supposed to, like, initial reports thought it was just from the public.
Yeah.
But no, he wants to keep it secret from his family. He doesn't want his family to know. It's fucking hilarious. $1.17 million is what he won.
I bet you that gets you... That sounds kind of like a small number for a lotto, but that's probably way bigger down there, too.
Oh, yeah. And with the taxes, does he have to even pay off taxes there?
I'm sure they tax you, bro. That's the whole point of the lotto.
True.
But, I still think he probably won't have to work.
No.
That's what's up. I saw it was a Scream mask, too, though. Mm-hmm. I was like... Was that like just the only mask he had access to, or like, because that's kind of making your, you know, if you're going for the ambiguity factor, like, yeah, nobody knows who you are, but everybody's like, that guy had a fucking Scream mask on. Obviously, he went viral, so kind of defeats the purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, this one, people are just fucking idiots. A 41-year-old man in where is it saying? In New York. Broke into a lingerie store to attack a Barack Obama mannequin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
intoxicated, not intoxicated. Any background here?
Let's see. Through a cinder block through a window. Nope. Seems like he was completely sober. This guy was just legit crazy.
Well, then they definitely need to check him into a fucking psych ward.
Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with people?
Oh, and also just to get back to the Scream mask one real quick. Mm-hmm. To further my point, I guarantee you that every Jamaican family is fucking scouring through their relative shit to look for a Scream mask right now. Maybe see if they can match it up to the one on the...
It's like the movie Scream, just he hasn't killed anybody. It's like, who has the mask? In Alabama, a 2-year-old got stuck in a claw machine at a restaurant.
Okay, that's just sick.
Rotolo's Pizzeria in Alabama, the parents lost sight of their son Ezra, and they saw him just stuck in the claw machine banging on the window asking for help.
That kid's got a future in front of him. That's bank robber material. And I just want to make a correction real quick.
Great.
I think I've said ambiguity a couple times when I meant anonymity, so let's just to clarify for anybody who's going to
edit that out.
Fuck no.
I was going to say 'cause I wasn't.
Learning curve. No, just, high thoughts. That's why I just interjected to say that. That's where my mind is right now. I was like, I don't think that's the right word. What am I thinking of? Anonymity, that's right.
Oh, my God. I was going to say, last week I got high.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You can tell, too, because I'm, like, kind of pretty coherent for a little bit, and all of a sudden it's just like...
And get that ass mouth?
No, actually, last week I think I got ass mouth like once because Jim was like, "Dude, you did good.
Yeah,
no ass mouth." I'm like, I know.
See, I was gonna blame it on Jim.
I don't think I.
Well, no, wait, Jim.
Well, now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm gonna get ass mouth.
Was Jim on last week?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we did him through the thing. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. They've been flying by, man. Fuck, dude. We're like, as far as I'm concerned, we're like already in March.
Dude, we're close to 100 episodes.
That's nuts.
That is nuts. That's nuts. All right, final story.
Okay, then I got a few too, by the way.
All right.
Quick headlines to glaze over.
For $5,000, you can hunt Bigfoot with Jose Canseco.
Did see that. Don't forget aliens as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think they threw that in there.
Authentic alien sightings and proven Bigfoot habitats.
Yeah.
From Jose Canseco.
A full oxymoron right there.
That isn't a scam at all. It seems totally legit.
And how can you put the words authentic and alien sighting together? Like, I feel like the most efficient equipment in the world couldn't even authenticate an alien sighting. So
here, I got his two tweets pulled up for how he's marketing this. The first one was, go on a Bigfoot and alien excursion with Jose Canseco. Contact Morgan Management at 702-374-3735. And the next one says, come spend the day with me and my alien buddies, and I'll show you Bigfoot.
See, it's like the thing that he's doing, like the only product he's selling is him. And I feel like he's got to be towards the end of the road on that one. You know, like who the fuck even... I mean, even if you know who Jose Canseco is, who's really trying to kick it with him?
And he's some weird dude I can totally see could be like, Bigfoot's the name of my penis. Like,
yeah, right? Or like he shows you
the
like his baseball bat collection or some weird shit. Okay, so I got just a few quick.
Here. They said somebody actually called the phone number and signed up for a text message thing from them. This was the text message they got. Spend the weekend with Jose for $5,000 cash. Only 5 lucky individuals will get a golden ticket. Oompa Loompas ain't got anything on Bigfoot. Travel in this custom RV to authentic alien sightings and proven Bigfoot habitats. Come camp out in the wild, tell stories, and maybe meet the real Bigfoot. You'll never know what's going to happen with Mr. Canseco, food included. Only serious inquiries, please. I will help you book your flights to Vegas and set everything else. Thank you, Morgan.
Okay. So
wow.
This is a 2-step thing we got going here. One, we need to start a GoFundMe immediately for us to go kick it with Jose Canseco, and then we could literally just do an offended podcast while alien hunting with Jose Canseco. This has got serious marketing potential, dude. Like, this could put us on the map.
It's fucking great. I want to see him.
I was going to say we should just call the number. Just, like, live. But I think we should seriously try to do this.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean,
it's not a bad idea at all.
Dude.
Should we call it?
We probably should.
Should we call it? What's the number?
It probably goes straight to a voicemail or something, but we can edit that out if so.
Fuck it, leave it in.
Yeah, I mean, this is worth doing.
Let's see, 702.
Tell him we run a podcast that gets millions of hits, and then that'll probably just get his chops drooling in the first place. It's ringing. That's a shocker to me. What if Jose Canseco just answered? That would be so sick.
Come on.
See, this is my other concern.
7023743.
Not even a personalized?
No doubt.
5 is not available.
Nothing? Mr. Canseco? Hey, if this is Jose, we were just calling to inquire about the alien and Bigfoot adventure. We got a serious potential marketing opportunity on our hands, definitely mutually beneficial. Maybe some cross-promoting in there, so if you wouldn't mind getting back to us, what's your number?
Oh, we're not going to say that.
Okay, well, yeah, actually, you got our number on there, so it's the future. So get back to us, please, and thank you. Bye.
Dude, I really hope they call back, like, what's going on, guys? What if Jose, he calls back, and he's like, hey, Jose Canseco here. I'm like, hey, Jose,
Yeah.
what's up?
Just like, hey, I'm not on the air, am I?
No,
We can have a
but you
legit
should
combo.
put down those needles.
Yeah. I don't think he's been doing that for a while, but I think
He's been doing
something
some
may have,
other shit.
I think something may have affected his brain long term from that type of stuff.
Wasn't he the one that got hit in the head with the baseball? Like, he was going to catch it, and it bounced on his head and went over for a home run?
I think that is real. Yeah.
But you said you got some...
Yeah, I just got a couple quick ones because as soon as you said this, I had been in conversation with my cousin just about the ridiculous of the world currently. Because I've been saying for quite some time that I'm thoroughly convinced we live in a simulation, like long before
Like the
Elon
Matrix.
Musk came around. And then my cousin texted me the other day with one, and he was like, yeah, dude, the 21 Savage thing came up, getting deported. And he was like, I honestly am starting to give some validity to your simulation idea. Like, I always thought you were nuts. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you. Like, that headline is a fucking ad lib. That's
Right.
like, what can we write down to just distract everyone at once? Like, oh, rapper, 21 Savage, Atlanta native,
Detained.
actually British, deported and now currently detained by ICE.
No,
Like,
he got
what?
out. He bailed. He got posted bail.
Oh, well, that's clutch.
Yeah.
So
After 9
where
days.
is he, though?
After 9 days.
Is he here?
Yeah, he's still here. He
Okay.
posted bail.
Well,
and
that's a small victory, I guess, for him.
But yeah, after 9 days.
It's also amazing how quickly, like, this is how our news cycle operates because it's already basically been swept under the rug. Mm-hmm. You know? And
Yeah.
that's, like, a crazy fucking story.
Yeah, and people, like,
It's over.
people have never heard about it.
Right. So, on to my first headline. Nothing to do with that. But I saw earlier today, shout out to J-Ro once again. Don't want to plagiarize here. But, so the headline was, first exclusive Girl Scout troop in Boy Scouts. First all-girl Girl Scout troop in Boy Scouts. So, I mean, like, that's the most redundant thing I've maybe
Why don't
ever
they just,
said.
like, here's the thing that I don't understand about this whole, like, shit. Like, just call them scouts.
Yeah.
Just drop it.
No, I dig it. But
Just-
again,
just
this
intertwine it. Who cares?
It's like the conversation we were having. It's like, it's not the kids, obviously. They could give a fuck. It's the parents who got these twisted fucking brains, and then they get this idea that, like, again, to deflect from their own insecurities or whatever else is going on, they gotta, like, make this stance, right? And then they make this stance under the veil of inclusivity.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and immediately exclude the fucking group that they joined from joining their group.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like, why
it's a microcosm for the whole gender argument, like in the pronouns and shit. That's why I keep saying you just got to draw a fucking line somewhere, because like this, and now you're using these poor little kids as the pawns. Like, just let them fucking be exactly scouts. And if they're more into the girl side of shit, then cool, they can go on those trips, and vice versa. It's like, who the fuck cares? Did you get a text?
We got a text message back from Mr. Canseco, but it was the exact
signed,
same.
Jose?
It's the exact same one that I read, but more. It says 50% up front to secure your seat, 50% upon arrival. This is such a fucking scam. It's not
Oh, for
even
surely,
funny.
bro. This has got Ponzi written all over it. This is like Firefest, but a mini version.
It is.
You're going to show up. There's going to be a tent.
I'm going to text that back.
Okay, so while you're addressing
I'm
that...
going to text back, is this Ja Rule and Billy?
Well done. So while you're doing that, yeah, ask him if it's just like a bare-ass island with a tent on it. Okay, so then here's
Dude, that's fucking classic meme material right there.
It really is. It really is. And I also can't believe how unprofessional it is. Like, it just has... It doesn't even say a name in the voicemail, nothing. It's just the number. But anyways...
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Dude, I'm glad we called, though. We really got to pursue this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's genuine potential behind that.
Yeah.
And then so, all right, just the last news story I have is this one. I try not to get, like, swayed by clickbait shit like this, but this one just kind of got to me. It was actually something that somebody shared on Instagram, one of the comedians, the one that's not Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura.
Dude, I fucking love him.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Hilarious as shit.
Yeah.
And so he shared this thing, but it's a real video out of Britain, and I just have to specify that it's Britain because just a real quick interjection before I get into this story. The story is about a chick who's shooting a video about thin privilege being a real thing.
I saw that.
And being shamed for being overweight, which again, your fucking choice.
Right.
But your choice has consequences. If somebody is getting on a plane next to you and they got to squeeze in, what the fuck do you expect?
Yeah.
You know? So, to further that point, I read something that I had to look into as well, and it actually is a pretty valid thing, that there are literally passing laws in the UK where they can arrest people for offensive language. Our fucking podcast is literally in jeopardy in Britain.
Really?
Yeah. And it basically comes down to the pronoun things and shit like that and like hate speech, which again, it's like in a capitalist market, you don't need to set these rules because number one, not only are you well on your way to a fucking dictatorship with just trying to control anybody's speech, but if somebody's a big enough dickhead to share some type of sentiment like that, then capitalism will prevail because whatever the fuck they do for a living, they're obviously not going to do it for much longer.
Right.
So it's just like an unnecessary step. And then it's like you're starting to encroach on a lot of shit, a lot of freedom.
It's also the point where it's like if somebody's a fucking racist, you're going to get your ass kicked.
Well, that's
like,
my point, right? Not
like,
only capitalism, but just, society in general. But again, to think that you have to make a law of it, I think there's a different agenda behind that. I want to see like what the words are.
I want to see.
Yeah,
like,
we
what
should
the
probably
words
do some
are.
research on that.
Because if it's like racist words, I have no problem with it. You know, if it's like
But even still, it's a slippery slope, man.
to a point,
You can't, I don't think you can remove anything from the language because then you're just giving language the power. At the end of the day, any word is still just a fucking word. It's the sentiment behind it.
yeah.
So again, if the sentiment behind it is vulgar or hateful or whatever the fuck, then society in general and specifically capitalism will sort it all out. So it's, like I said, slippery slope.
This is easily the most political episode of Offended we've ever had, and this may actually live up to our name, I think, for the first time in a while. And it's okay too because you and I think it's very obvious we may have different outlooks on some of the stuff that we've been
certain
talking
issues.
about. But look at us. We're not fucking jumping down each other's throats.
Communication is key.
It is. It's just
That's
hear
the whole
somebody
problem
out.
with the social media society.
It is, dude.
Everybody can
Totally
just
is.
encapsulate themselves with whatever sentiments that they agree with, and then anything else will just get shit on, and then they just convince themselves that everything they think is right.
This would have been a great segue in the hockey talks, but I have one more thing before we get in the hockey talks. But
Hit it.
I just had to mute, so I'm a moderator in the Blues Lounge, and that's we have 20,000 people in here, and every time I have to mute somebody, it's because they're being a fucking dickhead and being just an asshole and doing personal attacks. Dude, come on, no personal attacks.
Yeah.
You're suspended.
Right.
Go sit in the sin bin for 24 hours in order to get a second strike. It's 3 days or 7 days, however bad the fucking
Whatever the
personal attack was.
violation is, yeah.
Third, for me, it's try to keep track of who it is because it's very easy to keep track of who's doing it because they just continue to fucking be a prick.
Right.
Then it's you're blocked from the group. Then you're not coming back in. I just muted some guy for the second time in probably 2 weeks the other day, and here. I'm gonna read the message. I'm gonna read you the message, the private message he sent me on Facebook. Okay. And remember, this is over a Facebook group.
Right.
It's not like it's life and death here. This is ridiculous.
I was going to say, while you pull this up, I mean, we're almost on the same... Yeah, it was a perfect segue from what we just discussed because, again, I'm almost at the point where muting them is kind of unconstitutional. You should just... I feel like it would be more effective if you just let them keep trolling, but then just, made it so nobody could respond to them. Because then they're not getting the attention that they're obviously seeking in the first place.
It gets to a point with this guy. It's more satisfying to do this because you'll see,
and it's just disruptive, and that's his whole goal.
Exactly. But this guy, I don't think is trying to be disruptive. I think he's legit just a crazy person and just an asshole.
Well, again, a lot of those exist.
And so here, he said, so he was being a complete jackass and just being a complete prick. Mm-hmm. And I'm just all right, you're done. He thinks we muted him because we have a difference of opinion. No, you're I will debate.
It's just how you share that opinion.
Yeah, I'll debate and argue with you no matter what. Just don't be an ass.
Right.
Don't fucking say suck my dick or you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's just
respectful.
poor execution for sure.
And he goes, "What a coward move to suspend me. Look at all the people who disagree with you. I applaud you. I applaud them for being smart and knowing that you're wrong. Unsuspend me, bully. This is a coward act, and I don't agree with your nonsense. Man up, let me speak. Stop being a brat. Turn me back on! ! You've been tracking from your original. Jesus Christ, dude. This is so hard to read.
I was just going to say, let me just interject real quick that this guy obviously lacks
he's angry.
An eloquent approach to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, this is all the writing on the walls.
Well,
no pun intended.
Side note, this is also a guy who wanted Tarasenko traded. But,
well, yeah, then he's just not a smart being.
He said you're clueless if you think the C means anything, because I was like, Petro I don't think is a great leader. That's all I said. Petro,
I would love to have an open and just little. I would let him say whatever he felt he should say to me.
You're clueless about the C. It doesn't give you supernatural powers. Admit your wrongs, show some class, turn me back on. And then today, his unmute happened.
Yeah.
He started being a fucking dick again. And I was explaining to him, dude, you were muted because you were being ignorant.
Right.
Be respectful. We can debate.
Just make your point better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just started to be like, no, can't do that because
Obviously
you guys
not.
just mute me, you silence me, I can't speak my mind. I'm like, no, we let you speak your mind. And then like the guy that like I was debating with, that he was sticking up for, the guy that I'm debating with ends up turning on him. He's like, dude,
Right.
chill.
Right.
Like,
Well, yeah, because then he just starts ruining that guy's point.
And
know?
so I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to delete the whole comment. I'm just going to delete the whole thread.
Right.
And just let it go off into it. Like, let it disappear and move on from it. Like, he's not muted. Nobody's muted. Let's just end it and move on.
Right.
Right after that, he goes, this is proof you can't handle the truth. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
Yeah, well,
And then he
guy's
goes,
lonely, dude. He's obviously lonely.
he goes, you banned me. He's like, show your ass and ban me for telling the truth. Well, I don't get the showing my ass part. Why
Yeah,
he
what
missing
is
my
that?
ass?
What, do you want to meet in a back
Yeah.
alley?
He's like, you have no respect. You have nothing, but you ban me, you coward. And I go, well, first, I finally respond to him like, okay, dude, didn't ban you. Deleted the message. Your comment was attached. That's why your comment's gone. You're not banned from the group if you can still see the group. Relax.
Right.
No response.
So just 2 quick points there. One, if you could just tell him his point about the sea is just completely invalid, because why the fuck would it exist if it had, no type. I mean, obviously not superpowers, but there's a type of morale behind it. You
Right.
know, I mean, and again, hockey polices itself, so the captain is quite literally the representative of that. So that point's just fucking dumb. And then 2, this is obviously, again, this is a huge problem with our generation. This guy just like obviously never got his ass whooped by his parents growing up. And whatever your views are on whatever type of physical punishment.
Dude, the crazy thing is,
You
I
can
think he's
tell
like
when a person's spoiled
I think he's
like
in his
that.
50s.
Well, see? It still must be the case.
Crazy. Dude, it's
Unless, again,
crazy.
who knows? That guy could just have something going on, and he's just fucking pissed and irate.
Oh
and
my
just,
God.
maybe
Dude.
something's up mentally.
I was just like, I'm done getting these notifications. I'm just going to delete.
Yeah, I could see that
Take the
for
easy.
sure.
I'm just going to be
I mean,
like, all right,
it's just
done.
disruptive.
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
and he's not doing anything to further a point.
And that's the hard thing is, too, because you have 20,000 people in this group. And if one person sees they can be an asshole, then it's like, oh, game on. It's like, no, keep the peace.
Right.
Don't, like, we already look bad as it is by some of these fucking comments.
Yeah, I could dig that.
We'll get into those Blues talk here in a second. I got one more thing I want to ask before we get into hockey talks here.
Let's get it.
All right, before we get into hockey talks, just want to get, I saw your little take. How do you feel about Big Willie, Will Smith, Aladdin?
Oh.
He's the genie.
I'm one that's learned to embrace the chaos at this point. If we're going to keep it in the political realm for a slight second, I just can't believe nobody's crying blueface. I mean, and I feel like
No, people.
it's so
no.
sad.
I've seen comments like people being like, "As a Smurf, I'm offended."
Yeah, right, yeah, okay. But again, that's all kind of facetious. Like, I'm not claiming blueface is in the, like, oh, he died. Like, okay, obviously there's no race to compare that to, but like, the genie would obviously be of like some type of Arabic, is that the word, descent or something like that? Because I saw people legitimately complaining about the main character. I think I commented on that when I said it to you as well.
But if you go about it that way, then you can't like Robin Williams.
Well, I know, but again, that's the fucked up. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just perpetuating the bullshit because it's funny to me at this point.
I think the genie is like the one character that's not like of that like nationality. I think that's like he's the one character that can be anything.
I dig it. Yeah, it's a genie.
He's basically an alien.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and you don't know. Yeah, he could be anything.
yeah.
But, okay, yeah, if we're just going to get back to it, he looks like an off-brand version of a Blue Man Group member, and it just doesn't look good on him.
So-
It's not a good look.
What I don't understand is why did they have to CGI his arms?
See, I didn't even look that far into it. I just saw the clickbait material, and I read it, and I just
Did you not
chuckled
watch
to
the
myself.
preview?
No.
Here, let me
I'm
show-
not planning on watching
I'm
any
gonna show
of
you.
it.
I'm gonna show you.
No way.
I'm gonna show you the little clip.
Do you know, dude, I'm having a hard enough time grasping the new Lion King, to be honest
Oh,
with
I
you.
can't wait! Don't you fucking talk shit on the
I'm not. Am I talking any shit? I'm not saying anything.
I'll fight you on that
I'm
one.
a little bit apprehensive.
I'll get my ass kicked, but I'll fight you on
Well,
that
see,
one.
I think you're too excited.
No, dude.
What if you go in and it sucks?
It's one of my all-time favorite
And
movies.
what if it doesn't even suck? What if it's just not to your expectations? And how could it be at
Here's
this
the
point?
reason why. Here's the reason why I'm excited. Childish Gambino is the perfect fucking voice for Simba. and they didn't fucking
He absolutely
touch.
is.
They didn't replace Mufasa.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones
I
is
was
still
going to say
Mufasa.
James Earl Jones is still in there, so that I get that.
That's
part.
all I needed. That's all I needed.
Okay,
right
I guess I'm just trying to quell my excitement so I don't have expectations that are unmeetable. That would be my thing.
Like, it's funny because I just said to Katie the other day, I'm like, I love that everybody's hating on Aladdin because that just means Lion King's just going to come in and take all that positivity, and I love it.
I mean, that's a good point, too. But, see, then again, I guess I'm just taking on the role of Jim Stout lately as Negative Nancy over here, but that worries me, too, because that could have adverse effects on the Lion King being, like, that much more overhyped, which... Then I'm just saying, I don't want to have to wait a fucking month to go to theaters to see it, you know, because everybody's there.
I'm going to see it at midnight. I'm going to cry, and I'm going to love it.
Again, this has potential on-the-site podcast potential. Mm-hmm. I don't know how, I just used potential twice, but I also don't know how capable we are of going mobile.
Yeah,
but we should look into that.
I think there is an app. For this.
Yeah,
we could do
I mean,
it.
it's the future. I wouldn't be surprised if we could plug it into that little doohickey.
Fuck, man. I'm not going to lie. I, like, teared up when I saw the teaser for Lion King. I was like, oh, my God. This is, like, just take me back. Well, they
You're just furthering my point, though. You're emotionally invested in this shit.
But they kept the music the same, too.
Well, yeah. I mean, then that just has... Yeah, I get you. It's just nostalgic.
And I'm basing it off because Jon Favreau directed The Jungle Book. And he did a fucking great job by keeping it, like, to... the original, but also putting his own twist on it that fucking worked.
When was the most recent Jungle Book?
It was a couple years ago, a few years ago.
See, I just avoid those things like the plague.
Bill Murray was...
the last Jungle Book I saw after the animated one was the first live-action one.
What was the bear's name in that movie? Oh, my God.
Babu?
For the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Is it Babu?
I don't think is it Babu?
I don't know.
But Bill Murray was the voice, and it was perfect. Like,
have you seen that Bill Murray Netflix thing?
The Christmas special?
No,
the stories about him?
Yeah, just
no,
the
I haven't
documentary.
watched it.
Sick.
Here.
Also, I want to say that's funny you just brought up The Jungle Book because I just started listening to, shouts out my boy Sean Lemon, one of the co-founders of the OG podcast that's still in
development.
Yeah, we'll say that.
You can't leave this one. You signed an invisible you signed a contract.
I
actually.
A contract. It's real. No, it's just another little project I had. I
was gonna say you signed an invisible contract. I'm like, fuck.
We call it the Word of Pod. It's still in the it's just in like I'm trying to think of the religious term for it right now. It's in purgatory. You know, we got other things going down. But shout out to Sean because he shared a Phil Collins song with me from that album. For the Jungle Book, and that shit legit almost made me tear up in my office today. Fucked me up.
Are
you gonna ruin my life right now and make me watch this thing?
I want to make you watch it just because I want to get your take on his arms because people were saying like, my mom I think was the only one that was like, it doesn't look that bad. I'm like, I will say.
Well, now you got me paying attention to it too. I'm a biased candidate.
Well, the thing is, I'm not going to judge it real quick because test screenings. So I look into this shit for movies. And
well, don't tell me any of this. I want to be as unbiased as possible. Look, I already see you.
All right, hold on. Here you go. Here's Will Smith.
Yeah, bro. Just let me
genie.
get this. Don't know that
guy. You really don't know who I am. Genie, wishes, lamb, none of that ringing a bell.
I don't know. From that initial thing, I didn't see much.
It was all his arms are CGI. His arms.
I don't know. More than that, to be honest with you, I was kind of thinking, damn, I might fuck with that actually.
Yeah, dude.
As soon as I heard him, I was like, oh shit, dude, there's Wig Willie style.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good genie.
So,
but also I was worried about the Robin Williams thing.
Right.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Now you got me fixated on the CGI arms, but
it's like, why they have to CGI his arms? Just
the narration was pretty solid.
Dude, so...
Yeah, I don't understand why... I guess, maybe... You know what? Dude, it's the future. If they CGI his arms noticeably, there's probably, like, a point behind it.
Like a reasoning behind it?
Yeah, for sure. It's all calculated.
But the one thing I will say is that people were pissed about when Heath Ledger was Joker. People were like, he looks so stupid.
Right.
It's not going to be believable. And he blew it out of the fucking
I get it.
park.
We're all pretty closed-minded, especially nowadays more than ever. But let me just say also, now that I'm breaking it down, it probably is to give it a cartoony aspect. Mm-hmm. And, like, you know, because I did notice they were flopping around a little bit. Like, I don't know. His real arms might just humanize him a little too much. You got to make him genie-like, you know?
But here's the fucking thing that makes me mad. This is what Will Smith was originally supposed to look like, but people threw a conniption fit because he wasn't blue.
Oh, see, that's way better.
Right.
That's way better.
And people were throwing a fit because he's like...
And how are you going to throw a fit when it's a black guy and that's everybody's fucking agenda nowadays? Is to just use that victimhood card more than ever. And I don't mean to speak on any one race. I'm actually speaking on white people more than anything, because I think this PC shit has gotten to the point where it's just a bit patronizing. It's like privileged white people looking down their nose at everybody else.
Right. And then you see this...
Back to the political aspect.
Then you see this picture of Will Smith as Genie. I'm like, okay, I might be able to get down with this.
I still can't do that.
He's actually, the real picture, he's like huge, like giant.
Yeah, but see, he doesn't even match the hue. That's purple and that's blue.
Yeah.
That's like a violet and he's like a bright raspberry. Like, that still doesn't match. So
yeah, there's the actual, like... So he's obviously...
And also, obviously, you know that it bugs me that they conceded in the first place and turned him blue, so that ruins it even more for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just can't believe how... Like, dude, that's my exact point. Again, a perpetual fucking argument. There's no winning.
Mm-hmm. There's no winning.
There's going to be all this advocation for equal rights, and Colin Kaepernick's able to exploit the fuck out of his fake movement to make millions with Nike. All of this shit, all this empowerment, and then Will Smith is his actual... tone of skin in a movie, and there's
backlash,
fucking conniption fit.
Yep. Nobody's ever happy.
It doesn't. It's just
nobody's ever happy.
And then you concede, like, there has to be a line drawn in the sand there as well. Like, all of this is shame based. There's nothing fucking wrong with a black Will Smith as the Genie.
No, nothing.
It's damn near more accurate than a fucking blue Genie. Because blue isn't even what Robin Williams was.
He actually looked cool as shit. Like,
he did. He looks cool as shit.
Yeah. And
that makes way more sense because Will Smith is cool as shit.
Yeah, and on top of all that,
she got me fired up.
People were bitching and complaining about Will Smith. They're like, this looks stupid. But the test screenings for it, like a couple months ago, like the few scenes that they saw with Will Smith in, they were like, Will Smith is fucking amazing in this movie. Like,
for sure.
Will Smith is legit going to steal this movie. Like,
and again, I'm not really in the pop culture realm all too much when it comes to, like,
this is his
new
comeback.
Movies and shit. But that's what I was just gonna say. I feel like he's been on a hiatus long enough that was the exact feeling I got when I heard his voice. I was like, oh shit,
it's like he's
there's
back.
Will.
Will hasn't been in like something.
That's what's up.
Think of the last time Will Smith has been in something that was funny. Like, and
funny,
he's gonna be,
can't think of.
and
Honestly,
he's gonna be funny in this.
The last movie I can
Hitch?
think of was certainly not funny, which was the movie where he's got to kill his dog. I Am Legend.
Oh my god,
that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. But yeah, that shit is dark.
I liked that movie until the end.
I remember it.
The
now.
last like 20 minutes of that movie just ruined it for me.
I don't know. I think that's kind of how it had to go down, to be honest with you. But
no, I'm not talking about.
Let's not spoiler alert it for anyone, because that's too good. I know it's an old movie, but if you haven't seen that, watch that, because that's a great movie.
What was Will Smith's last movie? Like,
honestly, I can't think of. I'm sure it's something that went right over my head.
I know why. It was Concussion. And he should have been nominated for an Academy Award because he was fucking phenomenal in that movie. But the NFL shut it down. Yeah,
the NFL.
The NFL totally stepped. Like the whole movie's about how the NFL controls so much shit.
Yeah,
and like how the NFL can jump in and shut everything down. And it's like, oh no shit, he got snubbed.
Let's go back to politics. The NFL is the perfect microcosm for the fucking American government.
Tell the truth. Will Smith was fucking great in that movie.
There's controlled transparency. That's what you call that.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's true. Was that the last movie he was in? Or his last, like,
that would make sense
role?
for me, and then I didn't see that, so whatever he was in before that is probably the last I saw of him.
His last, let's see, Focus. Oh, he was in Bright. Yeah, that Netflix movie, which was actually pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
I watched a little bit of it. Was that a movie or a show?
It's a movie.
Okay, then I must have just got like a quarter of a way through.
It takes a minute to get going. Once it gets going, you're like,
I think
right,
I
this is
shut
good.
it down.
And Suicide Squad. I forgot he was in that.
Suicide Squad, didn't see that either.
He was he and Margot Robbie, the only two good things in that movie.
I was going to say, Suicide Squad was just kind of off-putting for me from the get-go. It seemed like they were just reaching.
See, like, that's the thing about, like, Will Smith and his movies. He's always really good in his movies, but, like, I'm talking newer movies-wise. He's always fucking really good, but the movie itself's just not that good. But his performance is great. But
I could see that. There's almost an aspect where he could outshine the premise of the movie if it's like, oh, Will Smith, but I don't really like the storyline that much, you know?
the movie Ali wasn't that great, but he was fucking spot on as Muhammad Ali.
I don't you know what? I don't even know if I finished that movie, but I've definitely seen it.
It's like 3 hours and 20 minutes. Dude. It's a long fucking movie. Like, nothing really happens, but his performance is like spot on.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But yeah, I'm just gonna wait before I judge Aladdin. I'm gonna see it and then judge it, cause like
I hear you.
Cause I mean, this totally reminds me of Heath Ledger as the Joker.
But see, this is my point. I think you need to do the same thing with The Lion King. Just because you're not judging it doesn't mean I feel like you should see it.
I'm excited
before you make a decision.
No, I'm not judging.
I feel like
it
you're
yet.
committed to it's going to be the best thing you've ever seen.
I'm just excited for it.
Okay, that I dig. Anticipation's a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm anticipating The Lion. Like, I cannot wait for The Lion King. I was
Word.
waiting for that fucking teaser to drop for like 3 years.
Yeah, I should probably watch that at some point. See, that's why I don't hop on things right away, because then it's better to me.
Wait, you haven't watched the teaser for The Lion King?
Nah, man. See, I did. No,
No,
I'll get it on my own.
I'll get it on my own. We're doing it right now.
Bro, we got to get into hockey talks.
We'll do it right after this trailer. It's only a minute long.
All right, that's fair.
I
guess if I'm going to pop my cherry, I might as well do it live,
You're on a fucking podcast now. We need your takes on this shit.
I know, but see, it's shit like this I enjoy. Okay, this is a perfect example. My senior year in college, so that was 2015. That's when I started and finished Sons of Anarchy. So I started Sons of Anarchy when it was on the last season.
Never watched Sons of Anarchy.
I wouldn't even bother with it now.
So
you're probably corrupted.
A lot of people were disappointed.
See, that's what I'm saying, because that's my time frame. Like, I'll probably start Game of Thrones soon, but like,
they'll watch that.
Like,
watch it.
Yeah, but I'll probably wait until it's even like this season is close to done, and then so when all the hype's fucking over with, I can just watch it.
Yeah.
And not give a fuck.
I did that with Breaking Bad, actually.
I did the same thing with Breaking Bad. I
dude.
thought I was going to fucking hate... I literally just hated the setting of Breaking Bad. It always looks so gray and shitty.
And it's supposed to.
And then I was like, I get it.
Yeah. Dude,
I totally get it.
So fucking good, dude.
Yeah, it's a great show.
All right, here you go. We're going to play the sound, too, just to get people pumped
Well, you
up.
got to, yeah.
Everything the light touches
Word.
is our kingdom.
Word.
But a king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
Yeah, that gives you chills.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it does.
Whoever came up with this is just like the dopest dude. Definitely did some hardcore hallucinogens too. Seth Rogen?
Yeah,
What is he? Is he the... Is that the fucking tusk thingy? Yeah, the warthog. Did it say Beyonce? Did that say Beyonce? Is she
She's
Nala?
Nala, yeah.
Of course. And it is perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't even like Beyonce.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
I don't either. I don't at all.
You got excited. You got excited.
I did, yeah. That was pretty cool.
Told you, man.
That was cool. But see,
Looks
now I'm even
fucking
more
good.
pissed at you because you just built up my anticipation. Now, when does that come out?
May or June, I think.
Oh, shit.
It's coming up.
That'll be like the first movie I take Millie to.
What I fucking love is that they're not showing like anything. They're building your.
I was gonna say they didn't. The only person they showed talk was fucking James Earl Jones, and that's perfect. It's like so enticing.
How trailers should be though. Like
they always share too much.
They do.
They share the best parts, of, like the meat of the movie. I know.
Like,
I've been disappointed a couple times like
superhero movies, Star Wars movies in general.
Yeah.
Anything that's like just a massive pop culture icon. All you need to do is just be like Star Wars coming this like, and people are gonna go see it.
Yeah, because I want to say, speaking of Seth Rogen, he's done that to me on a few movies, like Pineapple Express and Superbad, maybe. Both of those I just felt like I had seen when I saw, because like the key scenes were all fucking on commercials, like all the funny little quips that like all the lines, you know, that people would repeat and shit. But they were all like on commercials.
But what's good about those movies is that there's just so much that was hilarious in those movies that they could show those moments.
Yeah.
But if you go back and watch them now, you're like, fuck, I forgot about this.
Well, yeah, that's true. Now, in retrospect, but at the time.
Like that's the hardest thing about comedy movies is marketing them, because if you go back and watch a movie back then, you're like, well, all the funny parts, I've seen this movie, all the funny parts are in the preview.
Already been over it.
You wait 5 years, go watch it again, you're like, this movie is fucking hilarious.
It's true.
Because you don't remember the trailer.
I just did that with 21 and Over the other day. Do you remember that movie? It's got Miles Teller.
We talked about that. A couple weeks ago, I think.
Probably because I had found it on my computer.
Miles Teller and Richard Gere.
That's right.
Yep. My comparison.
Old Dick Gere.
Old Dickie.
It's not about what you know. It's about what you can prove. What movie?
Oh shit.
Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh yeah, I don't like that movie.
What?
Yeah, is it Gerard Butler and
You're
Jamie Foxx?
insane.
Dude, we talked about this.
We probably did, but you're insane.
I hate that
dude.
movie, actually.
That's crazy.
I wanted to walk out of that movie.
I literally love that movie.
No, it's the dumbest. Here's the reason why I hate this movie so much. Because there's a scene where they're at a funeral. And
Homeboy runs up with the robot?
Yeah. You're telling me nobody can hear that robot rolling up or
it's a super sophisticated ambush military robot.
See the 8-foot robot
with
that's
the
rolling
stealth of a leopard in the night.
Stupid.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's so stupid.
That's the whole purpose of it. He created that thing for that exact reason.
Oh, that's like the main reason why I hate that movie so much. Is I hate that scene.
Honestly,
scene is so I laughed my ass off at that scene. I'm like, this is so stupid.
I get it. I get exactly what you're saying, but I've referred to it before when I made somebody watch it with me. I was like, this is basically like the evil MacGyver. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a dude who can come up with all these killing machines and shit. And then,
God,
oh my God. I mean, dude, the whole prison thing, like the whole plot is obviously it's absurd, but that's what makes it so fucking great. I didn't go to see a realistic movie about a dude killing a whole fucking city.
Maybe I should go back and watch it again. But I just remember
give it a shot, man.
I just remember when I watched it, I was laughing at that, and I was laughing at Jamie Foxx's acting in the movie.
Bro, that part, totally understand. It's not really his best character.
No.
But that scene when he orders
like,
the steak in jail, one of my favorite scenes of any fucking movie.
And that was like right after Jamie Foxx won the Academy Award for Ray, too, or a couple of years after. And I was like, Jamie Foxx, you're better than this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, see, that's another movie. They did a little bit with the actors they got for the roles. Because I fucks with my man. Gerard Butler's one of my go-gay guys, for sure.
Okay, guys. Do you need one?
Yeah. I would probably put him, let's see, it's definitely, shit, man. Ryan Reynolds has probably got to be number one because he's funny too, good personality, and he's hot. And he's dating my number one celebrity bang, Blake Lively.
Blakey?
I do prefer Blake Lively pre-nose job, actually. I like him a little more natural, but she's still a gorgeous absolute fucking angel. So let me just hit my top three right here just so everyone knows this was a bit of a stall, but now we're just gonna. So I got Ryan Reynolds, definitely the dude from The Notebook.
Ryan
Gosling, Tom Hardy, and then we'll go Gerard Butler.
That's
and just
4.
Yeah, we're gonna round out a top 5 here.
You said 3.
Well, I know, but they're all so fucking gorgeous. What do you want? Gerard and Tom, they're kind of like interchangeable too. They're just hot dudes with accents. And contrary to popular belief, everyone who's listening, I actually am 100% heterosexual, but I got a list of go gay guys. Sue me.
Dude, everybody does.
You got to.
Everybody does.
And then number 5, obviously, we'll just go with the cliche Mr. Bradley Pitt, because
Mr. Bradley Pitt.
I just think of him in Snatch.
Fuck Bradley Pitt. How about Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, nah. He's just not rugged enough for me. He's like when he gets, when he played that dude. Shout out to one of the biggest heroes in American history, as far as I'm concerned, just because he saved so many other guys' lives. Was that Chris Kyle? Was that his name? I really hope I'm not messing that guy's name up.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, when he played him, I was like, "You're not this dude, Bradley Cooper,
You're not this
bro.
dude.
There's no way you were this sniper badass." I just couldn't do it. But Gerard Butler, he's not even American, and I could see him playing a good Chris Kyle. Ryan Reynolds, not so much. Who was my second guy named?
Who was it?
That fucking cutie from
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, that's it. Dude, speaking of good movie, have you
Drive?
seen? Is that it?
One of my favorite movies. It's one of my all-time
This
favorite
is one.
movies.
It's him and Russell Crowe, maybe.
Oh, the knockout artists or the knockout guys or whatever.
Yeah, no, like Mr. It was like this. It was like Smiley something, or like Mr. Smile or something.
Isn't that his name in the movie?
Maybe
it's
that's
the knockout guys, isn't it? It's like based like in the 70s.
Yeah. That movie's good as shit.
Isn't that what it's called?
I don't think it's called maybe something guys. I feel like it's like the Smile guys or something though. Or yeah, that could just be a character. Look that up though, because I'm gonna try and watch that ASAP.
Dude, watch Drive with Ryan Gosling is one of my all-time favorite movies.
I'm writing it down. We need to do a movie night one night soon.
Jim still needs to watch Night
What if we
Before
did,
Christmas
like,
and
what if-
realize it's a fucking Christmas movie.
What if we did a movies of the week one?
That's a good idea. I like that. Ryan Gosling is also the nice guys.
The Nice Guys. That's it.
Not gonna lie, dude. One of my
What the fuck did we just say? Knockout and Mr. Smiley?
Yeah. One of my favorite movies that Ryan Gosling was in was La La Land. Fucking loved La La Land. The ending of that movie
That was actually pretty good.
The ending of that movie will just punch you right in the gut. Like, you just don't see it coming, too.
Yeah.
But
Hang on, one more before I forget. I'm also trying to think of the one with the old gangsters out in L.A.
fuck.
It had
with Gosling,
it had Gosling and it had that guy
Thanos,
that everybody
wasn't
fucking knows.
Josh Brolin,
No, oh yes, and then the
Gangster
main
Squad,
Gangster
Sean
Squad.
Penn.
Sean Penn,
So
that's the guy.
People used to tell me I used to look like a young Sean Penn.
Oh yeah, that's better than what I still get, which is John Mellencamp. Like 1 out of every 2 black guys I meet, because they think we all look alike anyways, just says, and by look alike I mean us long hair, brown hair guys.
Yim's jumping on for a little blues talkie here.
Shit. But anyways, yeah, I'll be conservative with my estimate. 1 in 4 calls me John Mellencamp. I could see that. That's it. Yeah.
I get Sean Penn like
That's
all
a
the time.
compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should take that as a compliment for sure. Look up John Mellencamp.
Oh, I've seen what John Mellencamp looks like. What about Sean from Boy Meets World?
Yeah, that one too. I'm talking about the older guys though. Sean from Boy Meets World is, as far as I'm concerned.
Young Sean Penn there.
Ooh, yeah. Wow. Shit, I don't think I've ever seen him that young.
You ever seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Dude, I did not realize that was him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Sean Penn's a fucking one of the great.
He's a shapeshifter too, though,
He's
man.
one of the most underrated actors I think of all
he
time.
also in like a Jackass or a Bam Margera episode?
He
something?
is. He's in
They like throw green paint on everything.
He's in the second Jackass, I think.
I think that's what it is.
I think he's in at the
It's got to
very
be
end.
more high profile
Yeah.
than like Viva La Bam.
I want to say he's in the second Jackass. He's got to be.
I want to say for some reason there's green paint associated with it.
I remember there was a episode of SNL with David Spade was like, he wanted to interview Sean Penn, and Sean Penn's like, there's no way I'm coming on unless you come get a tattoo with me. And Sean Penn's giving him a real tattoo as he's like getting interviewed by David Spade.
Really?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I mean, why would you not do that?
Right. Let's see. I just want to shout out my like 5 guys now. I feel like I have to.
Oh, your
do
Go
it
Gay
now.
guys?
See McGregor, Bono,
Okay.
The Rock, Tom Brady, and let's go Brandon Shanahan.
Wow, we have really different tastes in
we
fellas,
do.
don't we?
Yeah, we do. Maybe throw in a.
I'm
Finn
writing
Balor.
mine down so I don't forget them. I had Reynolds, Gosling, Tom Hardy, GB, Gerard Butts.
What about a Hugh Jackman?
He was cool and all. He's just not beating anybody in my top 5, man. I mean, I got Brad Pitt sitting at number 5, bro. That's a heavy Cinco right there.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm missing like one of my favorite actors.
So you just said The Rock, Shanahan,
McGregor, Brady, and Bono.
See, I feel like, I mean, it's not like it matters. Everybody's got their thing, but I feel like you're status chasing. Like, all my guys so happen to be famous, but they're beautiful motherfuckers.
I think I'm just naming my favorite actors.
Yeah, like you're just naming dope dudes.
Yeah.
Like, McGregor's good looking, but I don't know, man. He's a little petite for me.
Let's see. Well, if I have to put it that way, I guess Gosling has to be on it.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper has to be on it.
Gosling might play McGregor in a movie. I could see that.
Ooh, you just gave me gave me a good idea for like a segment. We could name off like a bunch of hockey players and who would play them in movies, or wrestlers who would play them in movies.
Just a mix and match.
Yeah.
Or just like more guys we want to bang. Whatever. But, it's 2019, bro. I'm just trying to show everybody we're inclusive.
All right. It's time for the 1, 2, 3 finish, but we got a little special guest with us, Cor Cor Corey.
Yo.
Is it Mr.
Fucking call me a guest?
Well, you weren't really. It's a special surprise cameo right now. I mean, you weren't on the whole. You're on this episode for literally the last like 3 minutes. Like
it's like when Lesnar isn't booked on Monday night, but he shows up. It's like, oh fuck.
Welcome to the changing of the tides, Jim. Your butthole's getting in your way.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, Jim, you're right. It is kind of like a Lesnar running because I call you Brock Lesnar because you never show up and you were champion for a little bit, but I beat you, and now you're like, surprise, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's just what I do.
Well, welcome back. We Corey and I have decided to rename the show Offended Minus Jim.
Yep, peace out, James.
That's fine.
Are you sure?
That just means that you guys are offended and Jim is not.
Are you sure? Because it sounds like you're a little offended in your voice right now.
Nope.
Nope.
Not one tidbit.
But yeah, we'll obviously we brought you on for those hockey talks. For those of you waiting for the hockey talks at the end of this episode, we decided that we're just going to put it into a whole nother episode because it goes on for about an hour and 20 minutes. So if you want to go listen to hockey talks, go listen to it. It's downloaded. It's there. It's live. All right. And then we have our Elimination Chamber preview tomorrow with Jim and I. So
Gemini.
Jim, Stoutsy and I. I don't know why I'm calling you Jim tonight. It's like notice I've done that a lot tonight.
Oh, you pout? Hey, yeah, Jim, by the way, I heard Toderick Tottingham started calling you Yim.
Yeah, he did. And I was like, who the fuck are you?
I know, I told Corey, I was like, legit, like 2 seconds after I texted you, I was like, what the fuck?
I'm like a virus.
I have the best nicknames. That's all that matters.
Yeah, dude, I mean, we're still waiting for you. I think, shout out Toph, not like he ever listens, dickhead. Shout out our boy Toph, though, when he does finally listen, because he did, what did he say? It should be Jim Stout. I corrected him, and I said it should be James's Stout. But you should definitely come out with your own line of stout beers for sure.
Shout out Toph. You don't even listen. Pause.
Dickhead.
Dickhead. Yeah, Toph. No, yeah, I should.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I don't see why you wouldn't start crafting your own fucking beers when you're just locked in your own house anyways, you know? Start figuring out something that you could perfect while within your own domain. All you gotta do is ferment that shit.
Jim, do you have the best name for nicknames, or is it just you're just that easy?
I think.
What do you mean? Am I that easy? Like,
he
am I that
doesn't
easy
have
to
the
like?
best. First of all, there's a dude we call Jorge, and his name's Andrew, but there was just another Andrew.
Yeah, that's true.
So, that's got to be top of the list. And then we have a buddy named Knockout, who's literally just named after his perfection of his craft. So that's a pretty solid one as well. I don't know. You're just sleeping on Todderick Tottingham.
That is true.
I tend to nickname everyone, and I don't get any nicknames in return.
We gave you Cor Cor Corey.
Cor Cor Corey, thanks. Super original. Very clever.
C-Don.
C-Don, even more original. Fucking Slew Kids thought up with that, for Christ's sake.
Shut up, Tommy.
What?
Tommy, I'll take. I don't know what that means. Sean.
Tommy.
Okay, that was mine.
Yeah,
Sean Hunter.
Sean Hunter. And then shout out my boy Gabe Jovanovic for surely he coined the phrase corn dog, which I was like, holy shit, how did this take? My new softball jersey is actually the last name is Corn Dog on the back and then number 69, obviously, so it's Corn Dog 69, which is just pretty legit.
Hey, Jim, so while I have you here, real quick before we do our 1, 2, 3 finish, when we were recording the hockey talks, Corey slightly told you that I got him pretty damn good on the it's your first song, go ahead. It was honestly probably one of the best ones.
The hesitation was just, it was too pure.
I waited so long because I was actually waiting to see if he was going to look up at me, and he does not. And it was literally like the last word he was getting ready to say, and I just cut him off.
Yeah, well, you know how I do, Jim. I'm usually a game time decision when it comes to the songs of the week, so I was flipping through my script, you know.
You gotta know better. You gotta know better than that, man.
Bro, I got God, I know, but it's not as organic if I premeditate them.
We might have to
I just like doing it on the fly.
We have to make a compilation videos, just you getting fucked over, and I'll put them up on Pornhub. White guy getting fucked.
And then it'll just be me.
Dude, you got so mad, though. That was the best.
Yeah, no, this was the best one so far.
Motherfucker!
My guard's down a little bit when Jim's not here. And then lo and behold, Todd fucking being all malicious.
I'm your protector.
You sound like that PC culture. All right, so anyway.
Hey, Todd.
Dude, you sound like Yoshi. You sound like fucking Yoshi trying to run.
Let me just do a little.
Was that Yoshi trying to run up a fucking wall?
Dude, you've never been around me and Corey when we just start.
Oh, dude, that's the thing.
Dude. It fucking turns into a whole fucking thing.
Ironically enough, that's what Jim's been perfecting with his last illness.
That's great.
God, I need to get out in public more.
Dude, that's great.
Dude, I think one of the last gatherings we all had socially was like when you could still eat real food.
When you still could produce a turd.
Yeah, because we went to the burger joint, right? Stacked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a Mario Party here.
Fuck, I think it was still sunny out.
And I got Bowmaned.
Yeah, you did get Bowman. We got to get that fucker on here too and have.
But when I played him 1-on-1 though, I kicked his ass.
Well, Bowman's a mass manipulator. That's what he does.
I know. I know. I trusted him.
He needs at least one other shitty dude that he can kind of control.
Todd, why are you not setting a trap? It's so easy for you. Why are you not setting a trap? You'll be just fine. Oh, okay, Bowman. Right when I set that trap, I get fucked, lose all my coins, stars, whatever, and I look at Bowman. Bowman's like.
But if you're the better player, you should have known better than to trust him. You should have been like, no, that's wrong.
True.
No, but here's the thing. I still have...
excuses.
Nope.
Twist and shout. That's what Todd's doing now.
Nope. Listen.
The plot.
Nope. I'm a good captain. I'm a good fucking leader.
What a fucking liar.
Bowman's a Petrangelo. Bad leader.
Bowman's more like the Gretzky of N64.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I don't know, dude.
One-on-one.
We should probably get to the 1, 2, 3 finish before you get a big old.
He can't beat me.
You don't want to get caught.
He can't beat me one-on-one. Hey, Bowman, if you're listening to this, you can't beat me one-on-one, and people should not just lay in the center of the ring in the Royal Rumble, Bowman.
Ah, fuck.
All right. Well, anyway, you want to get to the 1, 2, 3 finish? Who wants to go first?
Fuck you guys. I'm not even touching that.
I'll go first.
Right.
1. Let's go Blues.
It only works for songs of the week, anyways. Corey.
2. Becky Lynch is still the man.
The man.
And my number 3, since I missed the talk today, and I'm sure Aladdin got brought up. I don't know if this got brought up. Let me just say something right now.
Get brought up?
Oh, I got brought up, brother.
Let me just say something right now. Everybody that's sleeping on the Dumbo movie, y'all need to wake the fuck up,
That's
because
a
it's gonna
solid
be
fucking
better.
point. That's we didn't even
real
bring that
smart.
up. That's a solid fucking point.
Yeah, what's up? Don't sleep on it, folks. Flying Dumbo is going to be coming out.
Is that going to be live action too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tim Burton's
so,
directing it.
What's up, y'all?
That's right. Hey,
Tim Burton, Dumbo, those don't go together.
Jim, what I said earlier, though, everybody was bitching about Heath Ledger being the Joker, and everybody thought he looked stupid as fuck as the Joker, and all of a sudden he, like, blew everybody away. Like, I'm gonna wait on this.
Well, hopefully nobody takes their method acting as far as Heath did, but I guess a fair point.
What's Will Smith going to do? Become a real-life genie and just, like, walk around Hollywood? Like,
No.
what's up? Want some wishes?
I said, you're
That would
close.
be fucking awesome.
You're close,
Yo.
but I said he looks he looks like a basically a dollar store version of one of the guys from the Blue Man Group.
Like a shitty Halloween costume.
Yeah, like, do you remember in college when I just painted myself green and said I was the Hulk? That's basically what Will Smith looks like in the new Aladdin.
But
That was his audition. He just walked in, painted blue, like, what do you think?
Not even like
No,
painted.
what
Like
was it?
somebody just dumped a bucket of blue paint on.
What was it? Have you guys ever seen Arrested Development, where Tobias like has blue? He has blue all over his body. He walks out of the bathroom and goes, "I blew myself."
Yeah. I think that's like the cover of one of the like DVDs or something. It's just Tobias fucking blue. Okay. What do we? Oh, we're doing 1, 2, 3 finish.
But hey, no, Corey, don't escape what you
What?
actually said about Will Smith, though. You can't escape it.
I said it was good.
You heard his voice and you're like, "Damn it, there's Big Willie."
Will took the perfect hiatus
Yep.
to make it work. I missed him, so it was nice to hear his voice.
There's that Fresh Prince.
But we won't go into listen to the rest of the episode
Yeah,
because I
Jim.
might offend somebody with my stance on the PC culture and how all of you SJWs can suck a dick. But anyways, here's my 1, 2, 3 finish. God, I'm smooth with the segues.
But you kind of are one.
Maybe. Kind of like you're a hipster.
Yeah.
And Jim, we already discussed
Jim's just sitting back here.
a hipster's basically the same thing as a skinhead nowadays because they dress the same exact way.
I disagree, but whatever.
Jim, think about it. Jim, yeah, see, he's mulling it over. No, he's mulling it over. Think about a skinhead in American History X and think about how most hipsters dress in Tower Grove nowadays. They got those gay-ass boots acting like they work, but they don't. They got those gay-ass skinny jeans that are rolled up and hemmed up like they're fucking did it themselves. They got those red suspenders or some type of suspenders. And then the only thing separating them really is they wear button-up flannel shirts rather than wife beaters, and they have ridiculous hairdos.
They drink IPAs instead of 40 ounces. Yeah.
Yeah, and they got ridiculous hair compared to no hair. But other than that, and also they're led into that type of world because they can't think for themselves, so they emulate some bullshit.
I
see
love
around
how
them.
we're giving Jim a recap of what we've talked about.
All right, we're done with that. I'm going into my 1, 2, 3. You're the one that fucking got me off track. All right, perfect segue. Again, I'm just too smooth with this.
Sorry, I just wanted to talk about Will Smith some more.
Well, yeah, fuck Will Smith. Well, no, I love you, Will Smith. You guys will hear about it. Don't worry. Say 1, shout out Liam Neeson. Perfect segue. Dude just spoke his heart and he's getting shit on. Don't back that up. 2, shout out my boy Jose Canseco. We're definitely going to go hunt some aliens and some Bigfoot with that, dude.
What's up, Ja?
And speaking of conspiracy theories, that leads right into my number 3. Las Vegas was an inside job.
Oh my God!
I'm out.
What the fuck?
Hey, dude, I'm just telling you how it is. That's my number 3 on my list. It's been on my mind for a minute.
The fuck?
Sorry if you're offended.
2 million, Corey. 2 million.
Could be true.
Well,
Gambling is bad.
I'm just saying, they kind of swept it under the rug pretty solidly. I don't know if you read the most recent development, but a Good Samaritan disposed of all the guns. That's pretty sketchy stuff. That's all I'm saying. Hit up my boys over at ABC. We can get this rolling.
All right, Trick, what's your Uno Dolce?
Man, fuck.
I just threw him off with my number 3.
Jim, I feel like you're really need to listen to this episode.
It's heavy.
Nah, I've already heard all the shit Corey ever has to say about stuff.
I think you should listen to it.
He might as well be a social justice warrior.
You're going to want to peep the Aladdin take because, I mean, it just really doesn't make any sense, to be honest with you.
And then we came to the conclusion that he hasn't seen the Lion King trailer, and I made him watch it, and he got goosebumps. He's like, fuck, I'm excited for that now. I'm like, I told you.
I damn near teared up.
It's also the guy that hasn't seen the SpongeBob episode of the Super Bowl, so...
That's true. And he just discovered the Beatles, so...
I really don't believe anything he says anymore.
Who? Are you talking about me?
God, yeah, you.
He is such our Tommy. Oh, okay, cool. Good,
yeah, dude,
good talk, Jim.
It's your 1, 2, 3, bro.
It's your 1, 2, 3, man.
All right. Fuck.
Nobody's gonna cut you off.
I was like saying a fucking like comment to you, and you just like you ignored me. So fuck you.
It was kind of a bad back and forth.
I didn't hear your. I thought you said I was being a comic.
No, I said he's our Tommy.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Which is an inside joke because I don't know what that means. So, whatever. Fuck you guys.
All right, I guess I'll go fuck myself anyway. Number one.
We'll see you guys later.
My number one is I found out tonight that my Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 N64 game still works. I had to like slam it into my Nintendo 64 for it to work. I tried literally 10 times. Wasn't turned on. I slammed it down the last time and it turned on. I'm like, holy shit. Here we go. Forgot how to do everything in that game. My number two. Shout out to the Revival. Finally win those tag team titles.
Yeah. Long overdue. Long overdue. And my number three, I'm going to wait to judge Aladdin. I'm going to wait to judge Will Smith. I'm going to wait. I want to see more. Before I judge him on one fucking scene with his CGI arms. That's all I'm going to say.
I think the CGI arms were a good play. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to wait. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to wait. And Jim feel better. So
shout out Dumbo. That's what I'm here for. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I hope I feel better too. Hopefully this fucking
slept on.
Dumbo is getting slept on. All right. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope at OffendedPod. Make sure to go follow PWP Nation at PWP Nation on all social media platforms as well. Our Hockey Talks episode is live now along with this episode. So if you want to hear those Hockey Talks, go listen to that right now after this episode. And we have our WWE Elimination Chamber with Stoutsy and myself tomorrow coming out on Friday. Our prediction show. We'll see what happens there. The card, Jim, what do you think of the card? Just as a question. Like, do you think it looks okay, or do you think it's kind of predictable?
Both. Like, I think it's kind of predictable, but maybe not in a bad way. As long as if it's predictable, it's fine. As long as if they can tell a story, that's all that matters.
Right.
You can be predictable, just tell a good story.
But it's just like, I don't know. I totally forgot the pay-per-view was even happening, and like you're telling me,
it's too quick, man. It's too quick of a turnaround from fucking
right. And
from Royal Rumble, man. It's like 3 weeks later. Bailey said it in an interview a couple weeks ago that there's too many pay-per-views, man. There's not enough time to drag out stories.
I mean, and they're squeezing in Fastlane after this too.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So, like, it should be Rumble, Chamber, Mania. That's it. You don't need Fastlane.
No, they should go about 2 more weeks of TV and then do Chamber and then use the rest of the time to build up to Mania.
Yep. That's what I think too. But I have to laugh at all the marks that think that Becky's not going to be added back into the match.
You dumb marks.
We'll talk about all that tomorrow, though, on the Elimination Chamber preview episode. You go buy our t-shirt at www.prowrestlingtees.com and search Offended. Make sure to go check us out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Player FM, wherever you get your podcasts. We're
everywhere. Check out Podcast Missouri, because they're cool as shit. Check out Kyle Forche and ABC Podcast, Anything But Credible Podcast. Am I missing anything else? Oh, you can go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Trick1042. You can follow Stoutsy at
Jimmy James 9417 on Insta and Twitter, and James V Stout on Snapchat.
And Corey?
Cordo74, CORDOE74, Insta and Snap. Got a new Insta nowadays, NFG_TZ. NFGTs, go follow that as well. We got apparel coming soon.
Oh, crunchy blowfish. All right. Oh, fuck. I feel like this whole last, ending of this episode has just been nothing but a recap for Jim and just us just fucking around.
I feel like I really threw a wrench in the machine here the last hour or so.
We were not expecting you to join us. Jim, thank you for joining us. It was a nice cameo. You're like that Avengers cameo at the end of the credits, Hey, Jim's here.
I'll take it.
Anyway, this is one of 3 episodes this week. We got a big week here. So go listen to us, tweet us, Instagram us, whatever you gotta do. Just go do it. But anyway, for Stoutsy, Cor Cor Corey, Tricky, this has been Offended, presented by PWP Nation. We'll see you motherfuckers next week.
Deuces.
Bye!